team will be crowned the champion in the 2020 Crossfire Grand Finals.
And we see Vincent Gaming are going to be the aggressors first. They are carrying that C4 up towards Q9. So we're going to have to see how these first few engagements go, as it looks as though there's a slight rotation over onto A by 3 members of VG.
Yeah, already pretty quick maneuver from Q9 into the waterway. They had the midsection crossed and smoked up so they can actually push into the waterway, and just falling behind and making sure that Vincent Gaming is not really getting that control over to that B side at all.
Yeah, they did go aggressive over onto A long, but have managed to bring themselves back just outside of spawn, and it looks as though Central Passage is their plan of attack as they're still dancing around at the bottom of the passage.
Vincent Gaming didn't really come out to a site at all, just focusing onto a short, immediately coming out.
Insane play by JY as he comes out here, but now it's a 2v3. Lukum at half health here. Lukum going with a nade as there is an invade over here to the A side. Can they get the bomb plant?
And still right behind.
Oh,
Notson got the back in 1998. Could not really deliver the kill. Notson turns back again. Big speed down first round does go to Vincent Gaming.
Vincent Gaming with clutch play, but we still have many more rounds to go as we're just in the first half of game 1. This time the C4 is going to be parked down here in the lower left, not far from BL spawn here. We're looking at some pokes over here towards A long. This area is smoked. I don't know if they want to give their position away yet, but there's a 2-man cover over at A site. Will they go for the invade? Instead, they're going to park one player down there and then do another very quiet rotation through the back of the map, possibly going through either mid or up to B.
Yeah, Notson got a massive round there. 3 kills on his side, and getting that early win might just be enough to settle any nerves, calm any emotions that they have, and will allow them to play as clearly as possible. Q9, though, won't be feeling the pressure just yet. It is only the first round gone so far.
Yep, again, the fight is on the A stairs. Lakam getting that 2-1 trade. Immediately falls back. Good play by Solo.
We've got a flash going down there. Now, Q9 was picked off. They're down to 3 players, but A site's pretty well covered, and I think this is very, very smart moves here by Vincent Gaming. They're going to rotate now back down towards B. This is a 1-1-1 split here. 1 at B, 1 at mid, and 1 at A. And this means that it's going to be all up to 1998, who's covering B. A smoke here might buy him some time, but Lukum already coming around the corner. Lukum does not go down. Gets the kill. Fefe taking a headshot. Lukum barely alive in this game is sprayed down as well. 2v2. And it looks like Vincent Gaming may snag the C4. It's just out of reach. They get it. They could go for the plant, but right now, both Solo and Bean are ready to pop in, so they're going to have to be very careful with 50 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, even if VG gets that C4 planted, can't really come out from that bomb zone at all. Covered by Bean and Solo immediately from that double door. Nazi might be thinking about jumping first and then getting that C4 planted.
Going through window is one of the harder things to do over here after bomb has been planted, so you don't know where they're going to be. Shots fired through here. Bean may pop through.
It's just Bean left. Solo is down.
Oh my God. He misses a shot! And that is a big win here for Vincent Gaming. Now up 2-0. Q9 had plenty of time, but they were not able to break in, especially with that sniper shot missing. And now it's going to be up to Q9 to play some serious catch-up. He may have a rush here through A-long again.
He was essentially a sitting duck, and he missed it. But look at this answer from Q9. Already getting down Fefe again, who is not having the greatest of starts.
Yeah, Q9, if they need a man to step up right now when they're down 0-2, it is going to be Jiawei actually pushing all the way into that BL side, picking out because he has a smoke advantage going into that second door.
Unusual move here by JY. Is it going to actually pay off, though? Vincent Gaming getting whittled down. It's a 4v2 here. Mendes, as well as Ryuzo, may try to push back into A-long in what is one of the more unusual crossfire strategies we've seen here.
Yeah, and this is a big issue for VG as 1998 closes it out. And every single one of their deaths on the side of VG was in that access road.
Yeah, Long was there as a bait. You don't really expect 3 members to be all the way out in that A-long side. 1998, he just had those easy 2 kills sprayed down now. VG on that push towards the storage, immediately taken back with no flash.
Solo goes down. Lucam does pick up the kill. He's eyeing more as he's trying to find angles on any Q9 player. And we see Long coming in. Lucam, Notsen, Fefe all go down to Long.
Looks like Q9's managed to lock out Vincent Gaming from breaking free here. They're not able to come in. Mendez come through. JY doing the shots. 1998 here, though still able to keep control of the area, and he closes it out. Now Q9 evening it up 2-2 here in game 1 of the final.
Q9 immediately follows up with the 2 rounds. The momentum certainly shifting. We thought Vincent Gaming might just be having it, and Q9 going up on that big stage on the grand final for the first time. We were thinking that maybe the nerves are getting onto them, but VG immediately losing 2 rounds back to back. So far it has been an insane grand finals.
Now look at Q9 here. They only have 1 player fully covering A. There's another scope that can, excuse me, 2 players now going to try to cover A here. The area is heavily smoked. Vincent Gaming taking their time. They're regrouping now here in the middle, which, by the way, is also smoke. So total ambiguity as far as movement patterns here from Q9's perspective. Vincent Gaming inching into A short, which is actually fairly well covered. This will be a pretty difficult invade. Bean with some shots fired there. Mendez now going down. 2v4 here as Q9 has complete control, as our 2 Vincent Gaming players are entirely separated from each other.
Yeah, Q9 got a perfect read there. Every single one of their team was rotating over to A.
Oh, no.
With next to no information. They just had a feeling in their guts that was where the action would be, and that is where the action was.
Let's keep in mind, C4 is no longer in the hands here of Ryuzo, and so unless he wins this in a gunfight 1v4, I don't imagine he's going to be able to take this game.
Ryuzo's going to have to take this one slowly. I still got a minute to control, but the 3 members of Q9 actually moving in together. This will be a very hard round to take for VG.
I gotta say, Ryuzo's being pretty crafty, but it's just not enough. He was hanging on there. You can hear the spirits of the Q9 really invigorated as they have actually taken the lead. This started out as a 2-0. Now it's 3-2 here. China looking very strong for the time being, but we still have many more rounds to go. Once again, A-Long has been smoked. You can still push through the smoke, but it is a very dangerous play to go in blind.
Yeah, whenever there are smokes, not just one, more than one coming out towards that A-Long. Long and J-Way from that A side immediately backs out, knowing that there are going to be at least 2 or more in response, so they don't really push through, knowing that there can always be a sudden attack into that B side too.
I mean, we're not even playing, and hearing Q9, the rallying cries they do after every round, it's sending shivers down my spine.
We had some shots actually fired over there on the A-Long side of the map. That's drawn some of the players back here. They are mostly all parked right outside of the B site, itching to try to come in. In fact, we may have them slip in through mid here. The smoke doesn't allow JY to see the players shuttle themselves over to the other side. But again, 1:30 on the clock, that's a long time in crossfire time. They still could do a lot of different plays here.
Yeah, VG, seems like the focus today has been the call for that A short.
Mendez gets 1. Is he going to be able to get 2? He does indeed, and that is the go sign for this C4 to bucket its way over into A.
Yeah, with a naked A site, this will be an easy C4 plant. Q9 is going to have 40 seconds to try to figure out some way to break through 5 players and defuse the bomb.
It looks as though Notsane might just get the drop here, but no, Ryuzao picks up 1998. There are 2 left. Bean does get Mendez.
Q9 very low in numbers here. Still waiting to see if we can get anything off here. 1v3 here.
Yeah, Bean got the 2 kills, but the rest of the members did not really do much on the map. As a sniper with 42 HP, it will be incredibly hard to win this 1v3.
Yeah, it's
5
physically
seconds.
impossible now with the clock this low here. And so that is going to be a big win there for Vincent Gaming.
Oh, and it even finishes with a kill. Fefe got Bean with a pistol, and that might just be the kill to activate him this game.
Now, with everything tied up 3-3, we have the C4 moving closer to the B site. Smoke's coming down everywhere. Both sides proceeding with a lot of caution. To win here on the first side, or actually the first round, would be huge.
Certainly the focus for VG today has been that A side, especially pushing onto that A short stairs. After revealing their presence in that A long, that's Mendez. And Mendez has been winning a lot of that A long fight with a rifle, which is surprising.
I think we're going to have a possible poke into A short, maybe not a push. B is, in fact, completely naked. There is no defense here. There's actually a push from one of our Q9 players over towards the spawn side here. We're going to see how that firefight actually goes. It's going to be Mendez versus JY. JY backing up. They may realize that, there's a lack of defense on the other side of the map, but Q9 collapsing backwards and actually Vincent Gaming pushing in. We may have a fight over at A long, but the C4 is far, far away from being planted.
JW on a fight. A 1v3 was going to be a really hard duel to actually pull that off, but wait, Solo's actually coming around the back looking for these kills. Pistol gets one. And then 10-4 gets 2-1 trade.
3v3 could go either way. No one covering B. All of our Vincent Gaming players completely separated from each other.
Yeah, this has been an intense match so far. There's been some quite aggressive movements on both sides. It's Long takes out Ryuzao. That is a big kill for him, as it looks like Q9 might just be solving this puzzle right now. As Long takes Lucam, Fefe takes B. Fefe takes Long. It's a 1v1 situation.
1998 versus Fefe. We have Fefe now fleeing across the map. He wants to try to find a location to plant the bomb. Again, in a 1v1 situation, there's a lot of ambiguity about where the other player is. There will probably not be any more sprinting in this game. They both need to walk and conceal their footsteps. We have 1998 looking into B, but in fact, Fefe going to inch into A undefended. He does not know that. He will now plant the bomb behind the crate just below window.
And not the worst for 98, as he can certainly just walk towards the passage or even go all the way and back into the A short stairs.
This is a good defender's advantage here behind the truck. Unless he completely surrounds the area and makes sure that there's nobody here, it's going to be very difficult for him to get the defuse off. Shots fired. He gets the kill. Great play. And now he can come in here, get the easy defuse, getting a win, and pushing this to a 4-3 advantage for Q9.
Absolutely great read there by 1998, knowing where his opponent was. Fefe may have been a little bit too aggressive, peeked out very, very early.
Yeah, 1998 actually made a rotation that you don't really expect. I think Fefe was looking for a peek from the passes or a short. That's usually where you would have it, knowing that he was not able to see the opponent for such a long time after the plant.
We have our Vincent Gaming players backing up. We oftentimes see them poke into A, and I do think this forces a few smokes out here. You can economize your opponent's grenades in a lot of ways, and that can't be capitalized later on if they want to try to come in for a bomb defuse and control the situation. Now Vincent Gaming is going to lean into the B side. Nothing is confirmed yet as far as an attack. Defense-wise from Q9, a 2-1-2 split here.
There is a very nice kill zone set up here between 1998 and Solo. They have basically the whole of that window covered here. When anyone tries to pop out, there's just going to be bullets flying left and right, and it's going to be very difficult for VG to break through.
Solo's spot can be tagged from the window side just by looking out the window.
This is a common hiding spot here for 1998. We've actually seen 98 hold off entire teams when they push through here. But so it's going to be mostly up to Solo, who's already eaten quite a few shots here. One grenade, and he could be taken out. Shots through the window here. Lucam trying to get a good hit on Long here. It's going to be, in a moment here, 98 activating himself to keep them locked to the door. Solo goes down. It's just 98 versus the entire team. But good cover fire over here as well. It is currently a 1v2 here. 98, they know his position. Sprays from behind the box. Mendez, pistol now, out of ammo. It's a kill. And that means we're 4-4. One more game with each team on this side of the map, and then we switch.
This is very reminiscent of the games we saw between the teams on day one, where it was just back and forth, wound after wound, and they just held each other off for the longest of times. But the map switch might just favor VG.
Yeah, but in 1998, there could not really escape at all from the box. The moment he peeks out, he was going to be going down from the two members of VG, immediately jumping on the window.
A very quiet push up into the B site. So far, Q9 has really enjoyed this position in defending B, where, and no pun intended, they set up crossfire where it's hard for either player to invade without being hit in the back from one of the other two players. 98 always behind the box. Oftentimes Solo hugging the entrance behind the larger crates, excuse me. A grenade thrown in now. And again, it is Vincent Gaming's choice to try to actually push through here. There's plenty of time. Again, you can bait out some grenades, bait out a flash. It looks like they are inching in, and I think they are going to commit as they have smoked the door. JY now behind the stairs.
Yeah, they fully confirmed this movement from Vincent Gaming. They set up everyone in those spots. Fefe takes out Long, Fefe takes out J-Way, but 98 takes out Fefe, Bean takes out Notson, and it's almost even between the two teams at this point.
They have not been able to get it past the windows or the doors here, and they're actually going to back off as there's just one player remaining with a C4. Another player here going to try to push through mid. Ryuzo nearly dead with almost no HP. They're going to have to get very creative. They're actually going to bum rush right through alley into A short, and then try to plant the bomb there. Are they going to get there in time as Bean is waiting, missing the shot, smoking the area, and he goes down.
He's out jumping right on top of the passage, getting him down. And what's the clutch play? It gets one more super low on the 1v2. Can he actually pull this one off? 98, ready for the shots.
A good spray, and both these guys go down. They're going to split up here, trying to get 98's screen in the wrong direction. Maybe one can shoot him in the back if they do it right. We're going to have a quick plan here at B. That's going to force another 40 seconds onto the clock. 98 doesn't know which side actually has the bomb either.
Yeah, that was a very dangerous push from him through center doors. He's checking out A. I think he realizes nothing is going on here. He's going to turn around ever so quickly, and time is ticking. There's 20 seconds for him to bucket over to that B passage.
He has to come in there, ideally kill both players, and then defuse the bomb unless something gets really crazy here. 12 seconds on the clock. He's coming through. Both players low. Both players hiding. They're going to wait till the last second to show themselves, and beautifully done! 98 goes down with Brazil taking the lead 5-4. Now it's time to switch sides on map number 1.
There was some excellent movements there by Q9. I mean, as soon as everything was over in that side, they noticed VG were all hiding next to the quarter box in storage. They rotated 3 more players over. It was 4 versus 5, I think. And then we still had like one player looking down center, making sure the rotations weren't there. He moves over, gets 1 kill, and immediately runs back over to A to try and hold off. Unfortunately, he does get taken down.
Yeah, we could clearly tell the communication from VINCIT Gaming is just a little bit faster compared to Q9 having that quick rotation. That when they were ready for that B setup, he immediately turns back saying, okay, they have all 3 men set up near the box at the passage at the double doors. That's got to be the setup. Let's just run towards that A site.
Immediately with a kill here on VINCIT Gaming, they are going to lose control of A long for now. They're going to retreat and collapse back into a tighter location to try to defend. In fact, only 1 player now covering B, although that is not clear for Q9. They seem to be quite interested in trying to come in from 2 different angles here. It looks like 3 on A short and 1 in mid now.
It is just Mendez on that A short, has to defend the stairs, not knowing that there are already members of Q9 in that A planting zone.
VG kind of collapsed and lost this map very early. It is all uphill from here for Ryuzao. Is he going to be able to get the shots on 98? He is missing every single one of them there as the rest of Q9 start to rotate on him. And 98 takes out Ryuzao with that pistol.
That ties it up now. We are at 5-5 here. Great play there by Q9. VINCIT Gaming, I think they overextended a little bit there on A long. A little bit too much of an ambitious play, and they may be doing it again here. They are not smoking A long, but instead poking into it.
Coming out into that smoke, immediately taken down by J-Way and Solo. The ape side is open, one coming from the passage, but might just be down immediately the moment you peek out. Even 98 getting a long shot distance kill onto Ryuzao coming out from the waterway.
It is all falling apart for VINCIT Gaming right now. Q9 get that bomb down one more time. It is 5 versus 2. Mendez does get Bean. That's a pretty big pickup at this moment. Ooh, J-Way takes out Mendez though. It is all uphill for Notson. Does get the pistol kill. Switches back to his AK. Is he going to be able to find Solo?
With 42 HP, can't really do much. Coming down at the double doors, immediately shot down again by Zhao Wei. Q9 is going to take back-to-back second half rounds.
Big mistakes here by VINCIT Gaming. They are giving up A side by going too far out. Nothing requires them to try to take a fight where they may be outnumbered and outgunned. Immediately a kill here, by the way, within the first few seconds of this game. And now it's a 2v2 split here with nobody controlling mid, really. C4 maybe shuttled over to A site.
There has been smoke out, at least 1 or 2 in the first half. The first round and the second half too. And even with the smoke, VG were willing to come out into that A side, having that A side totally open.
Yeah, another engagement, this time at A. It's another A rush on Q9. B comes out the back of Fefe. pistols him down. It's 4 versus 2.
Great movement here by Q9. They've got the plant. There's still a shot, though. Knotson trying to wait for the smoke to dissipate. Still 30 seconds before the bomb goes down. Ryuzo nading the area. Can he get a pick off here? Solo now waiting for him over here. Is there just one player left, and that's it. Another win here for Q9.
Zhao Wei is just on a fire. He cannot be put down by any members of VINCIT Gaming right now.
Q9 on the blacklist side on this map are untouchable. That is 3 very quick wins in 3 very different styles.
And we may have a 4th win here as A-Site is naked. A push in here. There's nothing to defend. I think they were confident there would be an attack over here at B. Instead, they're going to be able to get the plant.
Fefe does manage to get 98, but Jewett gets one back in Lucao.
It seems a little bit too fishy right now, so they're going to wait for that plant timing and then plant a little bit slower. Yuzao strikes all the way from the back from the BL spot.
Yeah,
Now it's 3-2 here. Our VINCIT Gaming players are pretty out of position. They're going to try to split. Actually, they may actually... Okay, no, it's going to be A short and A long push.
Mendez goes down as well. Long manages to get that kill. Can he get another? No, Ryuzao takes out Solo. It is 2 versus 1. It is now 2 versus 0. And once the bomb is defused, we will get a VG win for the first time on the GR side.
And I'll tell you, they needed that win. They needed to take the lead they had in the first half and carry it through. Because right now, Q9, they're having to do a lot of catching up against Q9 here.
That A-long rotation was really quickly done. Solo could not really find the right timing to look at the A-long side. Was caught quite in a surprise to see him all the way out in A-long entrance already. Again, a pretty big rush towards that A short. This time, Zhao Wei is going to be caught.
VG is insane. They pushed right in the middle. Oftentimes when they do these plays, it does seem to work out for them. They've smoked before you could even get halfway over to B here, and there are traps laid for them as well.
We see here Ryuzao is 1 versus 4. He does get 98 before he is taken down by Solo, but Knotson cleans up the back and Long manages to get Knotson. This is back and forth trading between the 2 teams, and it is a 3 versus 2.
Both teammates separated. Q9 in a very difficult spot here. Now it's down to 1 as Long is being hunted by the remaining 3 VINCIT Gaming players. Shots fired. C4 will be snagged here. And so he does have the option to try to maybe go to A or wait it out and then sneak into B. But Long has a lot of problems ahead of him. He's got about half health. And he's going to go back through spawn, but there is a 3-man push going through here. He will have to move through mid, but actually, I think Fortune's on his side. Their scopes are not pointed in that area, and he will definitely move across the map, inching into the A site. Will he get the plant, and more importantly, will he be able to get the bomb to go off? 3 players is a lot to try to stop, even with a rifle and good aim.
Well, VINCIT Gaming now know that B is secure, and their rotation over to A is very short. They're going to be able to come up right on top of Long if he planted it, but it doesn't even matter. Mendez manages to pick up the kill and the round win for VG.
Beautiful play there. It's now 7-7. It is 1st to 10 for the first map win. Smokes pretty forwardly positioned. Q9 going to hold back and bide their time. VINCIT Gaming with their scope set, ready for any team that's going to come through, any player that's going to come through. They're going to try to mow them down. Unclear what exactly Q9 wants to do as VINCIT Gaming is moving out. And we may end up with a skirmish here in the middle, but most likely for now, it does seem like Q9 is itching to go towards B.
Yeah, ever since the pressure into that LEA side from VINCIT Gaming, Q9 has been very quiet with the round score. I think they have to get back into control into waterway first, and then using those long distance shots, even putting Bean into that waterway, looking into that aisle window, should be an okay strategy, but they've got to control that bridge side first and then move ahead. But it is taking way too long, already down to 130.
Yeah, Ryuzao was in a very forward position. Does get taken down, but Notse manages to get 2 before he is cut down as well. It is all go here. It is 3 versus 2, and it looks like Q9 might just be able to close this one out.
At least being waited at that BL base, looking through the window, waiting for these type of rotation, and that's a shot onto a sniper's head.
And they should have an idea that A side is going to be the target. There's going to be 1 player staying back to try to defend that. Fefe moving over into position, and we're going to have an A-long push. 98 coming around the corner, and It is not going to work. It's Mendez coming up now, trying to save the day. C4 not yet planted. A short, maybe the only location they could try to come through here.
He has to cover so much ground to get back for this. He's flashed up. He's taken out by Long with the headshot. Q9 get another victory, and they are just 2 steps away from taking this map.
But Vincent Gaming could still come back. Brazil still has a shot of winning the first map. We're going to have a big fight over here at A-Long. Vincent Gaming going for the push.
4-man push into A-Long side, which is never done on Black Widow. Vincent Gaming went wild, thinking that Q9 can actually come back into that A side and pressure again.
Looks as though they were just securing the position for Mendez to take as they now rotate back up towards that A side. Fefe hurt, but still going.
B is pretty exposed here. Ryuzo's going to have to take off JY. JY with the kill here. B side completely on lock here. Luca, I'm going to peek through window here. Is he going to be able to get a shot here?
Oh, Mendez runs right into Solo, and he gets Fefe as well. Does go down to Lucam.
Just one left from VG. Lucam, can he actually pull this off, or else it's going to be 9 total rounds for Q9, trying to go into the passage, trying to get that peek through that small square, but it is going to be covered by lots of men for Q9.
This is such a difficult position for Lucam. It's unimaginable that he can do it. There's still 20 seconds. JY behind the wall. They're just trying to buy time. There is one Q9 player behind, and that's it. Q9 now with that critical 9th win.
The way that Q9 set themselves up on that B site is perfect. They all had an angle. They all knew where they needed to look, and there were just kill lines everywhere. No way you can break into that and come out alive.
Such nice control with Bean from the window. You can't really peek out from the passage at all going into that B site.
Now let's keep in mind if Vincent Gaming win the next 2, it's tied up. Then we got to go to a tiebreaker here. For now, there's going to be a quiet push through mid. They look like they want to do a pretty standard bombardment of A short.
This might be the best attack, knowing the position of Vincent Gaming has been pretty quiet. There has to be a stretch into A long and a better cover from B side because they have just lost the position.
But we see a rotation very quickly coming across from Lucam. Jewe gets Fefe. Long gets Lucam, and this is big. Q9 might just take this map. C4 is down.
Pretty quickly, immediately into the passage. Rizal can't really go right now. Needs to wait for the backup.
We're waiting for the players to come back through here. It's a 3 versus 5. Unimaginable that they might be able to take this here, especially with the defense here of Q9.
Yeah, Solo trying to cut off the reinforcements onto that site. Ryuzao and Mendez take out Long and Jewe almost instantly. Ryuzao gets 1998.
One more.
He could manage to do it. Solo going to try to come through. The bomb is being defused. I don't know if there's going to be a chance here for Solo, and that is it. We have it at 8-9. Can Vincent Gaming tie this up? The stress on the faces of the Chinese players. They know they were so close, especially with a 5-man plant versus 3. They lost that moment, and now it may be comeback time for Vincent Gaming.
That could be the rallying call for Vincent Gaming. If they take this one, we do go to those extra rounds. It's going to be close. We can see Q9 now taking it slow. They're very hesitant to push across the map because they know if they get this one, this map is done.
Yeah, both players having double snipers, making sure they want to have a 4v5 situation, making sure that they have one cut off, especially Vincent Gaming lining down from that A long because there has been a lot of push actually poking into that A short from Q9. And knowing that's likely to happen again with this smoke setup, Vincent Gaming having 2 snipers.
3-man push into mid. Only one player actually covering A short, so this could succeed. Are they going to commit to it, though? We have one Q9 player over in the smoked B area, another down in mid. As he abandons mid, there's going to be another poke in here from mid from Vincent Gaming.
Oh, it looks as though Notembra's going to get eyes, but the rotation has come. Jewe gets Lucam. That's a pretty big kill, but from out behind that.
Misses again.
Nice shots fired over here. It's a 3 versus 4. They're trying to come in here and breach the area. The C4 has not yet been planted. Solo gunning down Natsun. Natsun behind the wall. It's a quite an exchange. Solo does manage to get the kill. Only Fefe remains. Fefe, can he possibly clutch this?
Solo killed Nuts and then just turned around and put a bullet through
Oh,
the
loses
skull.
that C4.
Nade thrown down. Fefe, again, very low on HP. All three players are going to gather in mid. I can't imagine him taking this, but maybe a miracle play is in order.
He does have the line of sight on all of them. He might just be able to rain it down, but he does not. Q9, they are the ones to take it. And Black Widow is theirs. They are 1 up in this best of 5.
Beautifully done there by Q9, and I gotta say, this is going to be, I think, an extremely close series. 1 or 2 bullets not connecting there, and maybe Vincent Gaming wins. It was really impressive to see the different strategies used there on Black Widow. Of course, that's our classic map. It is first to 3 victories, first to 3 map wins, so we may still have a very long night ahead of us.
Yeah, with that defuse on that 3v5, with less of a member of VINCIT Gaming, I thought we were going extra rounds for sure. That momentum was certainly theirs. Rizal just clutching that 1v3 alone by himself. That was totally a round for VINCIT Gaming to come back and go to that extra round, but Q9 immediately strikes back.
Yeah, Jewe is an absolute animal. Look at him right there. He looks calm as a cucumber, but his performance on Black Widow is basically what saved Q9. It's what helped propel them to that magic 10 number.
A frustrating moment here. Vincent Gaming, they could have won that game. Now it's comeback time. They're going to have to win, but this is so close. I do think there was definitely some mistakes by Vincent Gaming in the second half, the starting point of the second half of that map. They overextended on A-Long, I think 2 or 3 games, and that really gave Q9 that momentum.
Yeah, that was certainly a big stretch where I don't think it was totally needed to actually go through the smoke. When there's smoke, it's a lot less advantage for you to actually go through the smoke when there are lots of Q9 members waiting in that access room. Totally, and it's going to be a free kill for them. And also the last round, shooting 2 snipers, questionable, but I think it was the right decision, just missing a lot of first bullets.
You see here, JY said it's my way or the J way. That was beautifully done by him. I write my own material, you guys. Great plays, though, seriously, by Q9. They're looking so strong. I do think there was some small strategic errors from Vincent Gaming, but Vincent Gaming does seem to like to gamble with some of their plays. I mean, for instance, that 4-man bum rush down A-Long, that could just steal a win, but if you find out they're not rushing A at all, then they could be for free.
Yeah, they didn't really lose any member, but still, it was a pretty good round for them too.
We're going to go to a short break. We come back, game 2 in the grand finals with Q9 versus Vincent Gaming. Don't go away. We're back here at the Crossfire 2020 Grand Finals, and what a hell of a series we've had so far. Only with one game, it was so close. We almost tied it up 9-9, but in the last second, Q9 from China managed to win against Vincent Gaming from Brazil.
Q9 just came up clutch towards the end. VG almost had that Black Widow in their pockets, but everything just got out of control at the end. And now going into Compound, it might just be better news for VG when they had all that firepower gathered up in one place. Q9 might actually struggle on this map.
I don't know about struggle. They're all playing at the top of their game. Jaewei again compounds that fact that he is the #1 player right now in terms of kills, in terms of deaths. Well, not in terms of death, that would be a terrible stat, but in terms of his headshots.
In terms of causing death.
In terms of causing death.
In terms of creating death. Oh man, look at the teams cheering here, man. They are just, this is so hype. We are ready to go into this. In fact, our game's already loaded up. Vincent Gaming on the offense with the C4, and Q9 ready to defend the A site and the B site. As we go into game number 2, we have the C4 dropped off not far back from BL spawn. This is a very different map. Some more narrow areas down towards the left side, and a lot more sniper play on the right.
Looks like there's a small contestant over double pillars, but no real shots fired there just yet.
Yeah, VG, they know that the control, at least a member or two has came down into this A room.
Look at that instant rotate back by Vincent Gaming. They are getting the heck out of dodge right there. They're going to rotate back over towards B.
C4 is going to get snagged here. No clear site that they want to play. Q9 again, similar to the last game, being pretty conservative, not overextending, not poking. Very different from Vincent Gaming and how they approach the defense. They do like to take more risks. Q9 a much more conservative team. The smoked area, smoke is going to dissipate. They may try to rush into B.
Yeah, Solo did get a peek into that double pillar.
Nice shooting by 1998, but with the pistol only, he is picked off. It is a 2 versus 3 right now. Can Q9 clean this up, or is Vincent Gaming going to come back?
C4 dropped in a pretty deadly place, but Rizal does get the kill onto Long, who was going to be striking from the back.
But Solo has a lot to play with right now, and he spots that through the doors, switches to his pistol. Can he get that last shot that he needs to finish him off? It's going to be close.
Being just around the corner. Shot miss. He backs up Solo with the kill here. And now it's up to Mendes to try to close this out. Going to be very difficult. He does go behind the large boxes. He's going to plant this by the servers.
Was spotted going down into the plant. Bean tries to pistol this one out. Mendes still alive.
Plenty of time on the clock here. Shots fired. Solo is taken out with a pistol. Insane play. Beautifully done there. And that is going to be our first win here. Vincent Gaming in a fight that could have gone either way. They are now taking the lead. The question is, can they keep it?
Mendes there was, that was just incredible play. The rifle into the switching to the pistol. It was looking bad for him, but he ended up getting both kills.
Bean did overextend a little bit. He could have waited for his teammate to come together and collapse on him altogether, making it impossible for him to win. I thought he could take it with the pistol shots. Was not able to deliver that round.
We have a few more smokes thrown down here. Lucum just looking in towards the B site. We may actually have a push come through here from Q9, which may be an overextension if it's not handled correctly. But the majority of the players are hugging a little bit towards middle and towards the left. Not far from A. Now, the C4 is not even picked up, so certainly Vincent Gaming's not going to be rushing anytime soon. We have a pickoff over here. It looks like they may try to close in on A. This could be unwise for Vincent Gaming. This is a heavily guarded area, especially with Bean here with the sniper rifle.
Bean controlling the A long. I don't think VG. I think VG certainly realizes that Bean should be going towards that midway or A long totally. So after understanding that, blocking A entrance with a smoke and then going towards the B side will be one of the safer choices.
But Solo has sights on everyone here if he can come out and attack. But look at the collapse of Q9. They are all over this spot, but Lucam manages to take out Bean first. Jaewei gets to 98, gets one, and that is that. Jaewei with the triple kill.
Completely insane. It looked like for a second they might break through, but with Q9 having such good control and able to retract and collapse backwards, the spray was enough to clean up Vincent Gaming. We're tied up 1-1.
The VG, they thought one smoke from that A entrance was going to be enough. They had to cover all the way in the back.
Looks like we may have a rush over here towards B as all 5 of our Vincent Gaming players are gathered up over here in a big gunfest over here on the right. It looks like it's going to be a 4 versus 1 here. JY, though, great shooting over here. B almost breached. They're all on the low ground here.
JY stands between them and their goal. Mendez is right next to him. The person who peeks will get shot. But look at this. Bean and Long are all separated. JY is around 2.
Now, the B site was defended, but at the loss of 2 Q9 players, and so the C4 is quietly going to be shuttled over towards either mid or towards the far left side of the map, possibly with sights on A. It's a 1-1-1 split here for Q9. 1 at A, 1 at mid, and 1 at B. And there are no Vincent Gaming players in sight, so right now, tension is high here for Q9. They are outgunned, but they do have a decent position overall.
Yeah, Mendez and JY having a bit of a standoff over at B right now. They're looking towards each other, but Ryuzao gets Long, and that's a big pickup for VG. It is 4 versus 2. JY still playing a game of death with his opponent. Fefe takes out Bean, and there's just 1 left.
Just 1 player remaining, as you said, Simon. And now that player, JY, is going to be in mid and gunned down. Great closer there for Vincent Gaming. I really like the patience there. They were completely committed to B, and the moment they identified, we're not going to get in here, they backed out and they played a much more patient game.
Knowing that it took a long enough time for them to actually get into that B site, and J-Way was totally ready for that bait spot. Was the total right call to actually back off, being cold-minded and going back into that A site. VG is in total control of Compound right now.
Yeah, there is a big push through double pillars as they're trying to breach the stairs, but there are 2 guns waiting for them. Which one is going to go off first?
Another nade comes through here. Shots fired from JY. More nades. This is a very awkward position here. One stand in moment and your head's going to get shot right off. Solo barely moving by the windows. 1998 by the door. JY now going to hug the other side of the windows. Is Vincent Gaming really going to push this? Insane sprays from 98, but he's out of bullets. He's only got the pistol now. He is picked off.
Mendez gets JY as well, and Luke Count gets Solo. And the last 2 players of Q9 were just standing around at A, doing next to nothing, trying to keep the sights, as they clearly knew it was a 4-man rush onto B.
Yeah, I think they were overconfident in their defense, and this is going to be a pretty, I would say almost nearly impossible position to reclaim here. Being with the sniper rifle, but a smoked area like this, you're not going to get a good shot. Long now, also with the rifle, can he actually come through at an angle and make anything work? Already 22 seconds remaining on the clock, and it takes a few seconds to defuse that bomb.
Yeah, the smoke's going to cover that up. Has to come into the doors, but there are way too many guns pointing right at them. And it's going to be Vincent Gaming with another round. I think you're right, Simon. Q9, I don't think they should have waited towards that A side. They should have just ran towards that B, guarded with all 5 men.
Yeah, they needed to support their team. Like, they knew it was at least a 3 versus 3. And you want to have overwhelming numbers. You want to have everyone there to try and defend. Sure, there is one person looking over center, but it didn't do anything.
It was really crazy. I mean, that was a situation where they're both hugging one side of the wall, the other team on the other side. Yeah, I think you're totally right. Reinforcement should have come. We've got some back and forth now. 1 player from Vincent Gaming already picked off. They still have enough to do a push depending on where they want to go. It looks like it may be up through mid. No, going to nade and smoke this area down over here. Ryuzo slowly pushing. Nothing here to defend fully as they smoke this, and A is going to be breached. Vincent Gaming coming in. Can Q9 reclaim it?
Oh, everyone is collapsing in this room. Jewe gets nuts and Lucan gets Jewe, but Solo takes our views out.
Fefe with a headshot there on Long. Solo coming through. Luca just behind the box. And he goes down. Fefe, the last player remaining in this gunfight. No more bullets in the clip here, and it is going to be Fefe picked off. As they exhaust the bullets in the rifle, the pistol must be drawn. They hear a reload. They're going to come in there with a kill, and that is exactly how Fefe got outgunned.
Yeah, 3-2, perfect. Like management of all the resources there, just making sure there was enough bullets. He had a difficult situation. He had like 5 bullets left between 2 people, and then you have to hit every shot in order to win a 1 versus 2.
Troublesome moment as Bean has been super quiet with 0 and 5. Again, a push towards that A short right into the office. Rizal takes the first kill.
Nice shots here by Q9, but it's not enough. Looks like Vincent Gaming will get the breach into this location, a possible bomb plant. 1998 in solo, now just 98. Gonna try to smoke the room. He's unable to do anything. And Vincent Gaming steals another victory here, now 4-2.
Yeah, on the Blacklist side today, VG are absolutely dominant. They won the first one 5-4, and right now it is 4-2. They look unstoppable on this side, but the Blacklist is where they have been having the most troubles.
And Q9, I think they need to make some adjustments, especially B, maybe putting him towards that B side instead of that A. He's been totally quiet with 0-6, smoked up all the time, can't really get any visual unless there is a member right in front of him, and even if that situation came around, he just could not get those shots fired at all.
One player from Vincent Gaming here in the middle. This time, our attacking team with the 2-1-2 split. C4 has been dropped. This is going to be a slower round for them. As Q9... Oh, hold on. A gunfight over here towards A, but the bomb is far from reach right now. Even if they could invade, they wouldn't be able to get a plant. And so they're going to stay back for now.
Yeah, Long had the quicker reaction speed there. Dud did manage to take down Mendez, and 90% are not saying, but we do lose Bean again, who has been quiet in this game. He's done nothing. He is 0-7.
Should actually totally be switching position off to the B side, or even from the B entrance towards that midway. So Vincent Gaming going off the rotation towards that B side. It is with 98 actually holding a sniper rifle towards that B. Might not be enough against the 4.
Oh, wow. He
Gets a
saw
half
the,
shot.
saw the scope pointing out of the door there. Now it's going to be up to 99 to try to take out the rest of this team here. It's a 3v3 here. Solo on the low ground. 98 on the high with the sniper. Is Vincent Gaming going to commit? No. They're going to back off and try to regroup. And now it's a 2v1 here with both of our Q9 players trying to cover B, but with the lack of activity, one must suspect there's a chance they're going to push over to A. One Vincent Gaming player is staying back to try to fire some shots in here and draw some attention away. This is going to be a tough one here for JY.
That's a lot to do, but he does manage to get Pepe. He does manage to get Ryu Zhao, and then Solo cleans it up on Lukaum.
Unreal play there. That was a tough one by Q9, but on both fronts they managed to win. The bomb dropped at mid, and the final player over at B picked off. Q9 is beginning to catch up.
Still 4-3. Vincent Gaming totally in a lead from the Blacklist side. I think Q9, they really need to get a few of their members picked up. And 98 with that snipe again is going to keep that lead.
It's very hard to get through that large warehouse area on the right, especially with a good snipe shot there. Already, one of the players here from Vincent is gone. A site heavily covered. B doors covered tightly by Q9. And I'm not sure where exactly Vincent Gaming wants to go. They could try to take a gunfight like they did in the past and try to win in that situation, but Q9 is probably going to have adapted to that as this game continues on.
Yeah, that server room is pretty difficult to get a 2 versus 2 or even a 3 versus 3 because there's just so many hidey holes. There's so many places to just get cover. So they might pull back, but it does look as though they are going to attack that B side very heavily as all 4 members of VG start moving towards the entrance into the B side.
Yeah, because of so many baiting spots towards the B side, it takes a long time to check all angles before going right into that server spot. And Vincent Gaming, after checking all that, good flash.
And we see Vincent Gaming trying to come in here, but their numbers are beginning to thin out. 2 versus 3. They do have control of the B side. They have not planted the bomb. Here we see JY Bean and Long moving in here to try to reclaim this. It won't be easy. Knotson over here on the stairs, looking at the door. Doesn't want to go too high up. Reloads his clip. And the bomb, still though, not planted. 45 seconds on the clock remaining. There it is. Now can Long, Bean, and JY get in here? The door is smoked. Flashes and smokes coming through. Nice spray, but 3 players remain in this game now.
Yeah, JY took out Ryu Zhao. Knotson take out JY. Knotson takes out Long. And it is Bean who goes down.
Unreal by Vincent Gaming. Beautifully done.
all the pressure was on Bean, and Bean collapsed. 0 and 8. He is not having the day that he needs to have to bring his team back.
And
into
not at all.
this.
Maybe switching back into the rifle may actually be a better decision, providing some more firepower at the moment when they need him. Still no positions change. I think this is exactly how they want to stay with 98 and actually staying with that sniper.
We see a push again through mid over here. A site is going to be the moment they're going to try to breach here. And good gunplay here by Vincent Gaming, taking out the last player over here is Long. He's going to try to come through. Long goes down. Solo and 98 going to try to reclaim this. But it's a 4v2 in a narrow area. It's going to be tough to break in.
Everything is going Blacklist's way as Mendez takes out 98 and closes out the half 6-3.
6-3 is an insane number for Blacklist. Vincent Gaming just continuing to flow in like the tsunami. Q9, they had no chances of actually defeating them. It actually started with the first bullet misses from Bean so many times in that A site.
And now it's going to be Vincent Gaming on the defense. Now let's not forget, they had a lead in map number 1, and I think they did give away at least a few rounds by using some pretty creative, maybe a little bit eccentric strategies, which just fell into the hands of Q9 and allowed them to reverse that game.
Yeah, they kind of just let everything get to them. They thought it was already over, and they pushed and overextended far too much, and it cost them big time on Black Widow. I don't know if they're going to make the same mistake twice, though.
More nades coming down here. Vincent Gaming. Right now, Mendez with the sniper rifle. You need to be careful because you don't want to be too far out. If you get picked off, it's an easy invade into B. C4 is parked to just check over here on the other side if there's going to be any sweeping from Vincent Gaming, which we know they do like to do much more than Q9. Q9 much more textbook in their approach.
Yeah, Q9 did give up the information to VG. They saw one, but they haven't been waiting around very long, and that's why we see this slow rotation coming through on Lucam as Ryu Zhao and Fefe still are planted on that A site.
Can they actually get into this area? They're still on the other side of the wall. All players are over there. They have drawn most of Vincent Gaming's players there. That may force Vincent Gaming, though, to spend a lot of their grenades in a location that really Q9 never needs to attack into, or they can go much later on in the next, let's say, minute or and now they're going to go back over here. Q9 is looking towards mids, and maybe we have an attack over here on A.
Yep, with the C4 still being on that B site, pretending to be it's going to be a mid-A push from Q9. I think they want to get together towards that B entrance.
Yeah, but Vincent Gaming aren't really falling for it as Q9 do walk into a little bit of a kill zone here. Nodson gets one, Lucam gets the other, and Q9 start collapsing all over Vincent Gaming here.
Mine's with the sniper rifle. JY just behind that server. Solo there on the left, misses the shot. It's going to be tough to get in there. 35 seconds of the clock. The area smoked. Pistol now drawn.
There's no flash. It's going to be awfully hard for Beach to actually come in.
Beautifully done there by Solo with the aggressive play, coming in and gunning down those two players. It's the first win here for this side on for Q9 on the offense.
Yeah, VG just seem to have so many problems playing the defense. They're not getting the results they need to. That should have probably gone their way, as we saw it when, you know, it's just so hard for them to get together and manage to defend properly.
Yeah, they did let a lot of players come in onto B. I mean, I don't think it's too much of a fault of the two players guarding A to then try to reclaim that entire area. But on some level, I think Vincent Gaming also spent all their important grenades. They didn't allow anything to last long enough for them to really break into that location. 2 minutes, 30 seconds is a long time. It sounds short until you realize how many different locations you can fake capturing and spots you can push into.
We see Q9 now just holding that central plaza and slowly moving over towards double pillars, where they are going to get in the sights of Notzane, who is trying to get angles down to see if there's any potential rush. Has he seen Long? Has he seen Jewei? 98 is there. He just lobs a grenade through the doors and announces where he is.
Nice nade, though, there by Luca. I think that connected with Solo, Long, in 1998. Are they going to actually try to go in here? Again, this time, inching in. I think they're looking to see if they can't get a pick off. It's very tricky, though, when they're on the low ground there by those servers. You can peek in. It's going to be smoked. This would actually be a great moment here for Q9 to push in here. And that's exactly what? Oh, gosh, are we actually going to have this?
Yeah, Knudsen gets one. He takes out J-Way, and that is a big gun to lose on the side of Q9, as he has been massively important to each and every Q9 victory.
They're waiting a long time in that B room before going in. Right now, there's a flash and then a good entry. Immediately taking down Lukamo, who does win the duel, but Long takes him down.
All right, we have 3 players here from Q9 over in the B side. Deja vu here as we have Mendez and Fefe trying to come in here and reclaim this area. Shots fired, a spray forcing a reload. He does get taken out. It's just Fefe versus Long. Both players nearly at full HP.
10 seconds though. He's got to go for the plant or get the kill. Long gets that final kill. No need to plan when you can find the shot and the kill down. Another round for Q9.
And I'm getting worried here for Vincent Gaming. As you said, Simon, the defense just isn't there. You have to be able to play both sides of the map if you're going to win a game.
100%. It's 2-0 already. It's not the biggest of losses. They're still ahead. But that nagging feeling in their heads must be there. It's like, we cannot play the Global Rush side. On each map we've played today, Q9 have whooped us when we're trying to defend.
And if they don't stop this, it will be Q9 taking a lead. Again, right now, Vincent Gaming still has a 6-5 advantage, but Q9 is not losing games now that we've had the positional swap.
Yeah, the hemorrhaging needs to stop immediately as we see Q9 bust into this little alleyway here as Yuzhao takes out Long. Can he take out more? No, J-Way takes him out with the pistol. There are 2 in double pillars on the side of VG, but there are 3 Q9 players sniffing those angles out.
Yeah, knowing that there's at least one from double pillars and one more from B side, I think Q9 immediately switching into that midsection, going towards that. Fefe finds 1, finds 2 immediately in the bait spot.
Beautiful play here. Vincent Gaming could finally get the win they need, unless 98 is here to upset it. Not going to happen today. Knots and Lukum living through that, and finally Vincent Gaming on the defense serving their role.
Yeah, finally they got the angles. It was a very awkward position that Q9 found themselves in because they were a little bit too exposed. The C4 dropped very far forward, and to even pick it up was a death wish. Did pick it up, couldn't get it down.
We've got a lot of our Vincent Gaming players actually occupying the warehouse on the right, but that means there's going to be a soft spot here on the A side with the C4 pushing. And I don't know if Vincent Gaming is ever going to be able to get back here in time if Q9 decides to pull the trigger and actually go for it.
Wow, Mendez just drew out so many of their resources.
Okay,
about 2 nades and 2 flash, and manages to escape without a single damage.
Q9 seemed to have a bad read on what was going on there. There was no players actually in that area. A little bit too slow, but I guess better safe than sorry. Now we have 4 Vincent Gaming players ready to cover A and 1 back here at B. As this, the sort of yin and yang of defense here from Vincent Gaming continues to change, shift, and mold depending on the movement patterns here of Q9.
Well, Vincent Gaming have been pulled out of position, and Q9 now starting this attack on B. Will Notsame be able to get the information quickly to his team, because it looks as though he is in a world of hurt right now as he is flashed out, and the rotation has begun on the side of VG.
It's still not as bad because B-side, there's even the rushes. They have to check a lot of spot before diving in. Again, there's one of Q9 members still staying near that A long side without that C4. I think they still want to go for that A side Bay play, as VG is still with 3 men towards that A side.
No push in just yet here. See Mendez staying back, along with Knotson waiting. The C4 is ready, so if they decide to go for it, they can get a plant. We have 1 player poking in over here towards the A site. Oh, it actually is working. We see 1 player breaking off, and this should allow for an invade unless Knotson has the best defense you can imagine.
Well, they do drop down into the server pit, and now they have that defensive advantage. Can they get the C4 planted? 98 took out Knotson. There are 3 now trying to breach through the door of Vincent Gaming into that server room. Ryuzao gets Long.
And you can see now it's going to be nearly impossible for Vincent Gaming to get into this position. Beautiful play, beautiful defense here by Q9. They're all going to possibly try to go through the smoke door up here. Not much time left on the clock.
Remy immediately goes down. Rizal falls like lights. Lucam left into the doors, but Q9 way too much firepower on that spot. Vincent Gaming could not really come through.
The defensive curse for Vincent Gaming is very, very real here. Q9 biting at the heels of Vincent Gaming. And with a 6-7, again, if Vincent Gaming doesn't start to step up the defense and start to deny the bomb plant, I think they might end up losing game 2.
Yeah, it is very possible. We haven't seen them try to bum rush on the defensive side that VG have done every now and then, and it does kind of have like its own little place because it does catch your opponents off guard. But this map, with the central plaza as open as it is a very difficult push to pull off.
Yeah, Vincent Gaming 4-man rush again here towards that B site, all the way into the double pillar. Q9, they didn't even, they had no interest of checking into that double pillars, didn't lose anything. It's actually VG using a lot of their smoke and flash.
Yeah, and now we have Q9 hugging the middle here, and they may go for B. Now, if they get the 2 kills over here on the 2 VG players that are outside of B, they're going to get the easiest plant of their life with the bomb.
Trying to get an angle on that window. Q9 are grenading in. And look at that, the kill zone there works for Lucam. He does eventually go down, but he got a few kills. 98, though, did get 2. And solo caught Fefe as well. And we're down to a 2v2 situation. Mendez and Ryuzao on Vincent Gaming, trying to keep their tournament hopes alive.
The C4 is quietly being moved towards B. No, he's going to back up. He's going to go back around. Mendez and Ryuzao trying to just work together here. 2 guns is better than 1. Q9 is actually separated here from each other. It's solo, fitting to his name, moving out now, and he may barely get taken out. There it is. The bomb's now going down, and right now, 2 Vincent Gaming players just outside of the room.
Okay, I don't know how long he can survive here, but 98 does get Mendez. Can he finish this up? 98 does! Ryuzao is down, and that is all tied up 7-7.
The writing is on the wall here for Vincent Gaming. They are not having a good time on this side of the map. We have a 2-man split in mid as well as coming out of B. But no engagements just yet. Again, Q9 now seems to have the plans to always stay back for the first 30 seconds and let the sweeps that Vincent Gaming wants to do take their place, and then they're going to move out a little bit later on when Vincent Gaming goes back to their normal positions.
Yeah, Q9 showing a play which they have not shown at all during the tournament, using all the time in every single round, moving out in and out patiently on this map, especially on compound. They've been rushing a lot during the group stage and the 3rd day, but today they're trying to make everything work, knowing that a slower style actually makes VG very impatient, makes them rotate in and out through A side and B side all the time.
Yeah, they always look a bit antsy to VG when they're on the defense, and it's showing. They've only managed to pick up 4 wins on this side today out of a possible, I can't count, 24 games?
Math is hard.
It is really hard.
Especially when we get extra round and golden round included. It is hard, but Vincent Gaming this time seems to be on the money as Q9 finally pushing through that A long.
Yeah, now this could be the moment. And they need that here for Vincent Gaming. They are set up, although Ryuzao is not really in a spot to, I think, easily defend here, but Fefe does come through. I think we're about to see them pull the trigger. Here we go now. Good shooting here. Q9 gunning down every player in sight.
Yeah, but Lucam draws blood. Ryuzao does as well. And this has gone towards Vincent Gaming, but Jewe gets Lucam. Ryuzao gets Jewe.
2-1.
And it is just 98. But he gets 1. Notson is full health.
Full health, and the 98 does have the C4, and he has about 28 seconds, so he can make that rotation, but has to come back into A site.
Notson behind the wall here. A little bit of damage there with the spray, planting the bomb, and this is enough time before Notson can get over there and try to get him from his left.
Oh,
and
he almost got him.
Yeah, he almost got him there. Now he waits, peeks, and great headshot there. Q9 is close to that insurmountable lead here. Vincent Gaming, they've they're playing so well at the start, and they're not able to finish it.
Yeah, 98 there with a clutch shot. He almost lost it. He planted the bomb just as he was walking out. Nutsane had that angle ready to go. He was just getting to that window. 98 managed to hide away and then defend from the low ground. Absolutely phenomenal defense there.
Yeah, the moment Q9 came into that A site, Mendez actually looked around for a split second. That was the timing when Q9 made the rush. So better choice for Q9 to go into that A site for the first time, and it worked again. So Vincent Gaming, now they're thinking, okay, they're breaking into B site so many times. A rush worked, so they have to defend every site perfectly.
On this side of the map, Q9 is 5-1. Vincent Gaming's won one game. And right now, Q9 is just 2 wins away from actually having a 2-map lead here, which is very hard to imagine them not, closing out. Now we have many of our Q9 players popping through the room adjacent to A and now going back to mid. Again, they have room to toy around here. Vincent Gaming, the pressure really is on. They're not really allowed to make any more mistakes from here on out, or it's going to be one of the most uphill battles we've ever seen.
Yeah, there could be a total collapse of VG's defense again. We see 4 over near double pillars, but they're moving their way back over to central pillar. Did Lucam catch that? Do they see it? Do they see this movement coming through the center plaza? Long gets Ryuzao, so Ryuzao definitely didn't get the memo. Bean gets Fefe, that's big right now, that's 2. Bean gets Lucam, Mendez gets Bean, but it is looking like this is Q9's game.
Mendez gets 2-1-2 back, 3-2 situation. Better for Q9. 30 seconds left on the clock. Still has to work on that C4.
You can see Knotson moving around here. He's the last player left. He needs to get a team kill here, or there may be no comeback here for Vincent Gaming. Shots fired, solo escapes, bomb planted now, pistol drawn. He's going to need to reload. No, 19 bullets in the chamber. That may be enough with perfect sprays. 30 seconds on the clock. And I love Q9 and what they're doing here. They're just staying back and waiting for him to come through here. And JY closes it out. That puts them at 9 wins. Now, that doesn't mean that this round is over. Vincent Gaming may be able to catch up and get 9, and I would love to see that. But again, Q9 on this side of the map, 6-1. They just don't seem to really lose if they have any idea of what they're doing.
Right now, it is 12-4 in round scores in the second half when Q9 are holding that blacklist side. VG need to pull it together. They need to pull themselves back up. They need to get these last 2 wins because otherwise their tournament is in jeopardy.
It is possible, though. Again, they need to hold these positions. Now we have the nades baited out here for VG, but that just seems to be what Q9 wants. Watch, they abandon the position now. Do they go back into B? Do they go back into A? Only Q9 knows, but they are very fluid in their movement, and they're very comfortable giving up a spot they were originally committed to.
Well, Q9 has so many different patterns on compound. I'm very surprised that they're not really trying the same move again, baiting from the B side and even having 1-4 split or having all 5 men split, 2-3 split into that midway. They're going all the way back to the base into a long, which they have not shown at all in this game.
I was really expecting VG to take a very aggressive stance there, waiting for that rotation back, because they must have known it was coming, because otherwise they would have seen more information over at double pillars at B, and A is wide open.
Just guarded by 1. They're all out into the bait position towards the midsection.
And you can see now they get to come in here, set up their own position here. The area is smoked. How on earth is Vincent Gaming going to reclaim this now as the bomb is planted in a 5v4?
This might be it with that round win. Q9 about to take the second map in a row. Vincent Gaming, they got to come around from all the sides, waiting for one of the members coming around from A long.
Yeah, Lucam trying to wrap through that A-long position, and the collapse. They're going to start pulling in, but Long gets Fefe, Mendez gets Long, Mendez gets Jerry, Solo takes out Mendez. It is a 2 versus 2.
We've got Knotson over here, behind the cubicle here. Lucam trying to come in, Solo coming around.
He's right at the corner.
It's now 1, that's it. That is it. We see Q9 now taking map number 2 in this best of 5. Are they about to close this out, or am I about to see the most insane comeback ever here? Vincent Gaming needs to win 3 games in a row or they are out, and China will win the Crossfire 2020 Grand Finals.
1998 put up a stellar performance at 11-4, but again, we gotta start talking about the defense of VG. It is leaky. It has more holes than a colander right now. Q9 are just exploiting everything.
Yes, VINCIT Gaming, they fell for every single bait play. The rotation from Q9 is absolutely complex and detailed that they have not shown yet. And switching over to the rifle in that blacklist side was the right choice. He was not doing any work for that first half. Ever since he switched off to the rifle, the 5 men, the teamwork was there for Q9 to breach into either A or B every single time. It basically worked for Q9.
You have to be able to attack and kill in Crossfire, but you also must defend. And right now, VINCIT Gaming's defense is simply not there. Not on map 1, not on map 2. They're going to have it on map 3, map 4, and 5, or it's going to be Q9 here as the champions.
Yeah, after the first map, I took a peek over. Q9 had gone back to their rooms. They'd gone back to get a drink or whatever. VG was sitting there and they looked shell-shocked. They looked as though they had everything taken from them. I wonder what's going to happen during the next break, how they can turn it around. What are the words that the captain has to say?
Yeah, again, I think they're poking out too much. At least in map 1, we saw them overextend. I think in map 2, they're giving up too many of their nades. They're too reactive at moments here. Maybe it's better if you have 2 men holding a bomb site after the invade instead of having all 4 in one location and then they hit the other one. Because when Q9 breaks in and when they get the plant, they know exactly how to set up. They also know exactly how to run out of the bomb site and come in from behind.
I think VG did too much of study against Q9 because Q9 is playing in a different style that they had before. So their studies are totally not working out. When things are not working out, just going back to your normal sometimes works a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. Their positioning is just too predictable.
We are taking a short break. When we come back, game number 3 in the Cross-Final Grand Finals between Q9 and VINCIT Gaming. Don't go away. We're back at the Crossfire 2020 Grand Finals. Right now, Q9 versus Vincent Gaming, China versus Brazil. Q9 with a 2-0 lead in this best of 5. If Q9 wins here now, it's over, and they are the 2020 World Champions. If Vincent Gaming wins, it's far from finished for them. They have to win every game from here on out, or again, Q9 becomes the champions.
It is possible that VINCIT Gaming, for them to actually bring 3 maps in a row, but momentum right now has been shifting towards Q9, making a little bit faster changes throughout the map, and I think VINCIT Gaming, they can totally catch that up. It is possible for them to actually make that quick switches, just like they have done through the group stage, through the knockout stage. They're panicking a little bit in that grand final, but they got that small break in between the map. I think they can totally get this reverse sweep.
Yeah, they need to shore up those defenses. When they're on the rush, they're on the global risk side. They just have so much work to do there. And we're going to be getting into this real soon. You can see the war cries from Q9 coming out, striking fear into Vincent Gaming, who are on the defensive side of the map first time round.
Yeah, and here's where we're going to see if they've made those proper adjustments here, because Q9, again, already gathering up over here towards the right side of the map here at Long A.
If VINCIT Gaming, no real extension into that passage, only out from Mendez into that B entrance with a smoke now, so covering Bean from that, getting that snipe shot.
Knotson and Fefe over there at A, ready in case anybody decides to dive in. C4 staying back, but we have more nades coming down here into mid, actually connecting with Ryuzo over in the middle.
Let's see how well Knotson can do from that A top, because he has been pretty quiet with the sniper, actually using a lot more rifles in the first 2 maps. Suddenly switching into the sniper can actually backfire you in terms of shots.
So we see the rotation over the bridge, down into Central Street. They're going to try and push up the middle and maybe make space for C4 to go through loading dock and A long, but I do not see Knotson giving up this position for anything right now.
Yeah, they set up in case to catch maybe a sweep over here. And again, it looks like they're going to do it once more here. Fefe goes down, but it is not a mad dash over here to A. Instead, it's Vincent Gaming completely reacting. Are they going to fall into a trap here?
Lucao wraps around the back and does get 1998. He's going to wrap around a bit more. Is he going to get another? It's real close here. Solo gets him.
Turning out to be an insanely chaotic game. Q9 has become so patient. The moment they were spotted, they did not budge. They let Vincent Gaming dive in and try to come in from behind, and instead their weapons are pointed outward here. Now, with good control, Q9 is still at 3-3. Vincent Gaming going to have a hard time holding this. Again, a 1-1-1 split. C4 is going to have to go to B, as there's only 25 seconds remaining on the clock.
Yeah, J-Way challenging onto the sniper with a low HP towards the B side, and then immediately jumping in.
Mendez takes a hit, but Ryuzao gets J-Way. It is down on B. VG need to breach here, and they need to breach quickly. They have 35 seconds to get through, disarm the bomb, but they do take Solo. So there's only one left, and that is Bean.
Nice play there as Vincent Gaming cleans house with the defuse. But I'll tell you what, Q9 looks calculated and cool. This is not going to be an easy series. I think that was one of the better rounds they handled despite the loss.
Yes, certainly with that 3v3, a better situation for Blacklist, as the HP situation was about the same on both sides. And it's questionable as Q9 1-4 split. Those splits are okay because you have a lot more men on that 4 side. But when you have 3 member, you have to get all 3 together to have that pushing power.
Have they finally managed to plug their defenses, plug up those holes? They get the first win, but I don't know. Q9 still look good for money. They still look as though their rotations are tight. They all know where everyone else is in their team.
And let's watch Q9 as they go into game 2 here, because the moment their position's exposed, let's see if they act or if they wait, because I really like the handling of that in game 1. We saw almost immediately like a leash cut from a dog that wanted to get away. Vincent Gaming running across the map and trying to come in there for a surround, and it did not work, and it gave Q9 the freedom to plant the bomb. They just didn't have the aim and the gunplay there to keep it going off.
see some scouting shots here by Ryuzao. Fefe hiding in a box. And we see, once again, Notzane stuck in this corner on A site. He has not moved at all, and he gets one. Immediately rewarded for his patience. Fefe gets long. Jewei takes out Fefe, but Ryuzao gets another 2 kills.
Vincent Gaming here with the play they needed. One man remaining here solo, a fitting ID for this situation. Will have to take out the whole team, and they cannot do that.
Notzane, instead of going for the riflers, jumping down from the sideway, went with the immediate kill onto being all the way back from the loading dock. Was the perfect choice. Let the riflers fight. As long as you win the sniper battle, your teammate's going to take care of the rest for you.
C4 dropped behind here. Q9, again, this is common for them to leave the C4 behind and then try to figure out if they can get an idea of where positionally Vincent Gaming is, and also it allows some of the nade play to be exhausted here so that they have opportunities in a little bit to try something if they see a room for an opener. Everything positionally points towards an A rush. There are 2 players here from Vincent Gaming ready to defend. This seems to be the standard formation they like to have to stop an A-long push. Is it going to work, though?
It has worked time and time again already, and we see the rotation coming through here. And Notzane gets Jewei down with an excellent snipe.
Nice shooting here by Vincent Gaming, and they're going to just chase Q9 away. I don't think Q9's actually going to go for this at all. They're going to back up.
And anyway, was stuck there alone. He couldn't really escape with that many men. Also had Fefe in that baiting position, who did go down, but had Ryuzao backing them up immediately. So Q9 had to make that big rotation from that loading dock. With 3 members, though, where do they actually poke in? There has never been a real attack towards the bridge, but it has been smoked up all the time.
Yeah, these A pokes just don't seem to be coming off clutch for Q9. They're walking away each time with a man or 2 down, and they need to stop doing that. They can't take it when it's 3 versus 5, but Long might just have a differing opinion to me as he gets Ryuzao, and Bean takes out Luke Alman. Now it is on their side. Q9 have the advantage.
It's almost impossible for either side of Vincent Gaming to be held here with 3 players coming in. How will Vincent Gaming handle it? You can see right now the edge. Oh, hold on. Another nice shot here. Can he actually keep this going? Notzane needs a few more snipes, and he might be able to pull it off.
Oh, no. The Q9 thought that Notzane was gone already. What a nade shot to take him down. Oh, lone member Mendez. Can he actually pull this off from the bridge? Long-distance rifle shots.
Shots fired from the stairs.
C4 already up in A top. It's going to be planted just before 7 seconds.
We have 2 players over here. It's split, and I don't know how Mendez actually manages to get in. He's got time, but I don't know what he wants to do.
Yeah, you can already see Q9 building this kill zone right in the center. So he has to try and take the long, sneaky way around, but he has nothing left, and that is what happens. Quick turnaround there by Long, and Mendez is in the ground. It is 2-1.
Scary moment here as Q9 is beginning to seize control of the game. Vincent Gaming's had several maps where they look strong, and then it seems like their plans begin to unravel. Is it happening here now, or was that last game a fluke? We have a few smokes thrown down here over at B. No reason to invade that. Neither team, by the way, tends to take a round in the first 30 seconds. Yeah, they always play very slowly.
That Q9 actually breaking into that A site with Notzane down gave a lot of hopes for them to actually go back into A site, because Notzane has been an unbreakable force from that A top. Finally breaking into that A site, pretending like it was a B attack. So still, Q9 is putting out these complex attack patterns against VG, and VG is still struggling with those rotation, responding against them.
We can see that Q9 have a pretty defensive position right now, still trying to gather as much information before they make a committal as they can. Fefe in kind of an aggressive aggressive position as he continues to move around, but he has created a mini kill zone here as Jewei takes out Ryuzao, instantly damaging the hopes of Vincent Gaming, but Vincent Gaming might just rally back.
We see Q9 slowly going up into sideway for a possible A-long push. This was held last time by Vincent Gaming, but will they be able to do it again here? Q9 seems to have a much better handle. They're actually going to pop down. That was a good fakie there. Coming down from above with an instant mid-push here. It looks like they're going to try to come back over here through A. The bomb will come back through sideway.
But they're trapped. Solo has different words though, and it's all gone wrong for Vincent Gaming here. The C4 carrier is taken out. Bean is down. Q9 has a lot of work to do. VG though, they have control. Not saying has control over that C4. He's picked up a rifle. He should be okay to defend this.
It's going to be about one headshot, basically. 98, knowing that it's going to be a likely sniper shot from Notson, turns around from A long is spotted.
Nicely done. Big win there for Vincent Gaming, who's keeping their lead here. And again, this was a position they suffered from in the last. They were losing both map 1 and map 2 because they couldn't handle the 2 bomb sites and the burden that comes with it. But right now, again, with clutch play, they are holding the lead.
Yeah, what a change from Notson from the sniper into that AK. As 98 basically thought it was going to be one headshot, attacking into that A top, knowing that's going to be the aim position from 98. And Notson turned around to the side of the box instead. Did not really go at all to the A top.
And look where he is. Again, not saying always on that A side. The center street is the battleground right now. We can see they're trying to push it. Solo and 98 are trying to get a grip, but they have started their rotation over to A.
Some poking into B now. Q9 have had a lot of good strategies. The execution hasn't quite paid off. I think even in that last game, had the C4 player come out a little bit more quickly, maybe they would have had a shot, but easier said than done. Here we have, just outside of B, what looks to be a full-on invasion here. Fefe with shots fired, and now B is under heavy control here.
Mendez takes out Long. Luke Count gets Jewe. Bean takes out Luke Count. Bean
Whoa.
with a triple kill. Make that 4 on the side of Q9, and it is a 3 versus 1.
Yeah, Fefe could not really get that chase onto Solo. Solo actually turns around and win that fight. That was a crucial fight, making it into a 3v1. Notson only one left with a rifle this time.
Takes out Solo, but gives away his position. The bomb has 25 seconds left on it. To kill 2 players, though, and defuse it, easier said than done. Notson now coming around. Is this position too obvious, though, now that he's given up that much time? Coming through the smoke here. 90, that's it. Yeah. That is it. And Q9 now with 2 to 3. That's a lot closer than 1 to 4, my friends. This is a series at Q9. Maybe we judged it wrong, and it wasn't who's better at offense, who's better at defense. Maybe it's who's better the longer the game goes on.
That could very well be the case, but Vincent Gaming have a strong shout of taking at least this half. They are looking good, but they are changing things up. Not saying he's no longer rooted to that A spot. He has been set free, but it looks as though that leash is coming back, and he's going to go sit back up on the A spot.
Fefe again boosted up. VG loves to go on to that sideway from that GR position. And knowing that QR, I don't think they want to poke into sideway too much unless they have a lot of smoke up towards that bridge side, covering up at least the other angle first.
C4 laying out as Q9 wants to play the waiting game. Throughout this series, it served them pretty well. Vincent Gaming, not a 2-1-2 split. Really, every player on their own, at least to start things off, with a different scope in a different area. But they do collapse back a little bit. We've seen this as a popular location no matter what team's on the map, is to go up in the sideway. And there we go. A shot fired over there. It's 4v4 now. A-site could be invaded, but they're not sure about that. Q9 isn't. And so they're going to back up again with a nade hitting through mid.
Yeah, both teams just trying to figure out what the other one is doing. And this is a nice push now onto B. And Mendez is caught napping there. He's half asleep as Bean takes him out. The push through that top, through that back street. Solo gets the camera. Ryu's out, gets Jewe. Solo gets Ryu's out. This looks as though it might just be another Q9 round.
Once again, Notson has to save the day. He's already taken out 1. Can he take out 2? He does not. And Q9 evens it out 3-3. Momentum on their side again. If they win this map, it's over, and they are the champions.
Vincent Gaming, they had a really nice flash on that B side, but Lucam just dropped down at the same time. Could not really collapse onto the members of Q9 at the same time. So wrong teamwork there, and Q9 able to strike again with that 5 rifle, matching it up to 3-3. It's going to be a lot more pressure for VG as they dropped the first 2 maps.
Pushing through B road now Are they going to rush this as quickly as possible? We can see Vincent Gaming are very out of position to try and defend this. If they do commit, we do have Lucan rotate back over, which is going to help out a little bit as Mendez is there as well. Mendez splits. Both of them split. Lucan gets one. Mendez gets one. Lucan hits two. 98 does take out Mendez. Fefe does help close it out, and Ryuzao brings the lead back on the way.
Such an even game so far here. Vincent Gaming now up 4-3. We only have 2 more rounds with each team on this side of the map, but that was a clutch play. Most of the time, Q9 does manage to breach the location to get the plant, so they're definitely making the right adjustments.
The easier rush from Q9 just makes it an easier backup plan for a VG. Immediately just coming onto one side seems to be working out so much better for a VG. And Q9 taking a lot more time in every single round, has been giving a lot more second thoughts for Vincent Gaming, making it harder to aim, focus on their shots. And again, a boosted up position for Fefe, tried 3 times already in the first half.
I do wonder if Jayway was a little bit more aggressive turning that corner, he could completely stop that boost.
Yeah, but from the first few rounds of getting just being down by Notsin from that 8 top, the sniper action was way too much. I think that's giving a lot of pressure for Q9 to knock to at least even to peek out towards that A-long.
There's one player over here on sideway that's ready. If somebody's going to come up, they want to occupy this location because oftentimes Q9 likes to gather up here in camp. A good spray down here from Notsin could be huge. Here we go. 1 kill. Now he retreats back. He doesn't hold the position. He's flashed. He's going to regroup here. And Q9's position is exposed.
But that gave them all the information they need. A site is reinforced. And they're going to start going back away from sideways and possibly start pushing through tunnels into B.
And then knowing that Fefe is really low in HP, they actually used 4 more nades to get him with the kill. Did not really get that delivered, pushing through the bridge. Ready with that 2-man Ryuzao.
Oh, it's looking like it's all VG. Ryuzao gets 2, but Bean takes out Fefe. That was a very low-hanging fruit kill. But Notzane takes out Bean, and VG are on 5.
Beautifully played there. Clutch play with the spray down, taking out the majority of the team by Ryuzao. And now, okay, let's see if the ball keeps rolling here. I mean, Q9, I think they've got some good planning. I love the camping over at sideway to deny the setup there. Instead, they're going to do a mad dash over here to through A-long. Good spray down. Now abandoning the position, maybe rotating back through mid or even to B.
Yeah, if Fefe is going to be boosted up all the time like that, let's spend 4 men and just get that down, get them down first, and then rotate to B.
They may have also noticed that Notzane has not carried a sniper for the last few rounds, meaning that, you know, they are susceptible to that long-range shot. They are carrying their own sniper rifle on the attack. We do see that in the hands of Bean, where it is deadliest, but Mendez does create problems here, but Q9 are taking B.
Just Ryuzao left. 98 also spots exactly where he is while he's rotating and gets him down immediately with that hat shot. Gets up to 4 in that blacklist, but Vincent Gaming, of course, taking 1 more in the first half.
A nail-biter of a match here. Vincent Gaming with the ever so slight lead, but does this not look like game 1 and 2? They always seem to come out a little bit ahead, and then they flounder in the second half. Again, we thought it might be rolls. Maybe it's just how long the map is being played on.
That could very well be the case. It is 5-4, and we had the same thing in the first half of Black Widow, which was 5-4 to VG, which ended the second half with 6-3. So we could see very much the same thing happen again, but I do believe Vincent Gaming may have calmed down enough. And like they keep their composure, they might just be able to close out this map and get a win for them.
They're going to need to be in their element. Again, Vincent Gaming, a very seasoned team. They have not had to, I mean, it's not like this is their first time dealing with this kind of pressure. Let's see what happens as we go with the side switch here. Vincent Gaming with the C4 to plant and Q9 here to try to defend.
Yeah, Vincent Gaming, they know 100% that Jiawei is going to come through that bridge door and go towards that central passage to start off. So no real challenge to go into that B warehouse and give them a free kill.
Yeah, Bean has the sniper's nest over in A. He is very comfortable there, and we can see that Q9 are kind of positioning around the doors here. Jayway might just be let off the leash in a second to run in there, which might be a mistake, but if he can get the angle, he has the gunplay, he has the control to completely decimate his opponents.
Vincent Gaming edging back over here. Looking to maybe go for a long. Only one player covered here, Bean, who is very good with a sniper rifle, but one bullet will never stop 5 players. They're going to go in here, and there it is. Bean is taken out. This is going to allow some mayhem over here on the side for Vincent Gaming, who is going to try to push in almost all the players. Flash back there. C4 trying to be shuttled over, up, top on the ladder, onto the high ground.
The composure of Q9 was beautiful, but VG are just too strong here. And it looks as though it is going to end VG's favor at this point because they have a very strong position as Notson takes out Solo and gives another win on the side of VG.
What a push by Vincent Gaming, immediately switching position after revealing them towards that B warehouse. And I think Q9 still thought, okay, this could still be a B attack. After a couple of seconds, immediately turning into A was the right call with the speed.
The tango was beautiful, though. As Vincent Gaming were pushing in, we saw 1998 quickly hightail it out and rejoin with his team. It was fun to watch, but Notzane takes out Jayway. That's a big kill right now as Long takes out Lucan, but Fefe takes him out.
Q9 in some trouble here. It's 3 players. They're going to be to defend, but it looks like already Vincent Gaming is abandoning those plans as the C4 comes around into mid.
Solo was actually boosted towards the sideway in that bait spot now alone, thinking that, okay, there has to be a rotation from that B site into mid. That's Notson.
Unusual positioning here. Good spray down by Bean to even things out. A gunfight just outside of the B spawn. Some nades coming down as 98 wants to retreat behind this, firing through the wooden window.
Solo takes out Mendez with a nice drop there. Fefe takes out Solo, though, so it is 2v2. There are 60 plus seconds left. 1 minute 15.
It looks like Q9 is hoping perhaps they can preempt an attack over on B, and perhaps they will be able to do that. We see some rotation, at least by the C4 carrier into that spot. And here we go. Great shoot down here. C4 is now dropped, and Fefe must get the pickup or a double kill.
With 17 HP, will this be possible to headshots totally but low in HP against 2 members who's getting that lockdown right behind the box, and this box cannot be penetrated. First of all, that's going to be a hard retake.
He's coming by.
And he's out.
Beautifully done. And that's going to be another big win here for Q9. Again, Q9 nipping at the heels here of Vincent Gaming. They're just not that far away. Vincent Gaming, if they can stay this consistent, they'll squeak out a win. But if Q9 can do what they've already done twice before, they're going to win this whole thing 3-0.
And Q9 trying to boost it up again. At the same time, Solo gets 2.
He gets 3 before being taken down,
God.
and that is big on the side of Q9. It is looking like they're going to even this one out.
Vincent Gaming in some trouble here. Q9 hunting for the player with a C4. We have the last player in the game. Maybe you slip into B, but we see everything. Of course, Notson does not. Firing now at Bean. Not able to get much done. Retreating, reloading, and trying to find a new location. Is it too obvious to plan here? I guess you don't have many choices as the bomb goes down.
It has to be 1v4 regardless, so might as well just put that C4 down and try to go for at least a few bait kills to start off to make the situation a little better. But this is still going to be incredibly hard.
Here comes JY. Nice shooting. Takes him out. He's got the warehouse to hide in. Long comes in and gets the kill. The bomb gets defused, and uh-oh, it's 6-6, boys and girls.
Wow. It was looking so good out the gates for VG. They got that first win of the second half, but since then, Q9 have solidified their offense, and they are just taking games left, right, and center.
And they may cement their victory as they close this out, unless Vincent Gaming can really pull it together here. They know the pressure's on. Vincent Gaming's done it before, but right now it's harder than ever before. 3-player split over here onto Sideway. Looks like they may try to pop through and take a fight. C4 again is waiting. Vincent Gaming not in any hurry here. I think they're waiting for one of the Q9 players to maybe expose themselves, but that seems to be Q9's strength, is not to overextend.
No boost for Solo this time, but he does want to overextend or catch any of the members coming down from the sideway when there's a big rotation from VG into that B warehouse. But because of all those smokes, it's still being delayed, and VG has been losing a lot of their member in the rotation, and they're taking small steps at a time.
Mendez is in a very interesting position in that loading dock. He is kind of waiting for a deep rotation on Q9, but they haven't showed that so far, so he is going to have to move around and support his team ever so slightly more, because that deep hunting rotation on Q9 just does not happen this game.
98 with some shots fired there, trying to control mid. We have, oh, hold on, Luke, I'm taking some damage. Solo backs up, nice nade down there, bounces off the side though, not so nice in fact. And then a nade hits Solo over there, dropping his HP to 40, or to 74, excuse me. Shots fired here by 98, but does not manage to spray through. Q9 trying to come forward here.
Being the man to scar the A side is going to deliver another one. He's out trying to come up the stairs right now, and gets down by the Mendez immediately. Just going to be long, left in from the B side, having that long rotation now.
Long is far out right now. Vincent Gaming does snag the bomb and may plant it A or may wait it out.
VG have done a good job of completely nullifying J-Way, and when they do, this happens. Another win goes their way, and it is 7-6.
Yeah, Long might be regretting this decision to stay at B side for such a long time for a very small reason there.
Well, Vincent Gaming super aggro here, gets a kill on the guard at B. Are they going to try to push it further? Only one Q9 player coming here, and they actually back off. C4, excuse me, almost certainly will be planted, and now it's going to be 40 seconds on the clock. Q9 spilling through.
Yeah, that alleyway is so tight, but B and J-Way get kills, but J-Way does go down as well. And now it is a 1 versus 3. VG close it out, caught Q9 out of position, forcing them down that narrow alleyway where the bullets can just fly. Nice offense there.
You love the change in momentum by Vincent Gaming, just immediately going into the B side when J-Way was not controlling the side. He's taken that immediately. Naughton continuing to bring their momentum, and Long gets taken out alone. Solo trying to defend the B side alone, but can he really deliver?
Was it going to be the tactical shooter strat, just rush B, that's going to win them this game? Doesn't look like it's going to be that this time around as they do back off, but some kills have already been had. It's now 3-4 with Vincent Gaming fluidly moving through the map, possibly going over to A. We don't know. Q9 has to wait and find out.
And so do we. They are taking a very defensive position right down in the nook of B Road as they are starting to push up that central street. Bomb carrier is moving through the loading dock. That would be Fefe. Fefe is a solid gun, and there is no one in that beautiful vantage point that is on A, but you can see them trying to flash it, trying to grenade it out, thinking that someone must be there.
Yeah, trying to get the shot, but is already being smoked on the side. We'll be looking to catch those members jumping through into that A site. C4 is at least still not in, so giving some more time for Q9 to actually position themselves.
Nice grenade thrown there by Solo. Vincent Gaming now plants the bomb. Q9 needs to reclaim this, or Vincent Gaming's going to pop it up to 9.
Fefe gets 1, but 98 does get it. Not saying gets 98 though, and it's a 3 versus 1. Bean is in trouble, and Bean is down. VG are 1 away from closing this out.
Vincent Gaming looking so strong. Could Q9 claw their way back and try to tie this up 9-9? They need a play. 3 perfect games in a row, and right now it does seem like Vincent Gaming is on a roll, like they've caught their second wind.
The 4-man push into that Beware. Vincent Gaming, they have all 5 of their squad in that the same position.
How many times is that gonna work out for VG? Because they did it 3 times in a row, and it seems like Q9 finally wise up, but it is only a 2 versus 1. 1 versus 1.
And being with the pistol.
Gonna have to back up, probably reload. Gonna nade just to cover his trail here. And we're gonna have to see a repositioning. Of course, with C4 in hand, any location is viable to push. And this is gonna be possibly the biggest challenge yet here for Q9, as Bean has to basically cover everything.
At least he picked up a rifle this time, and he does have some more resources compared to Rizal. Rizal now going on a top. He has a lot more time. He doesn't have to plant the bomb right now.
And it may be better to run the clock out. Okay, bomb now going to go down. This is going to cause Bean to be pulled back into A site. Where exactly will he hide? Shots fired immediately here. He's trying to get a kill over here instead of trying to hide and surprise him. Is it going to work out? It's dead silent here in the studio, as this is going to be a pivotal moment here in Game 3.
Bean is looking for that angle. Is he going to get it? Ryuzao kind of shows himself. Bean sees him trying to shoot through the wood.
Keep in mind, almost 10 seconds remaining here. He pops over. He's going to wait it out. He gets the kill, and that is it. We have a Game 3 victory. The comeback has started. VINCIT Gaming has made the adjustments, but can they win 2 more times?
It's going to be tough. They have Subbase and Ankara to take if they're going to take home that trophy. Much better performance on both sides. It was looking shaky at the beginning of that second half, but they did manage to shore it up. They have managed to take it 10-6.
Yeah, from 6-6, it was all tied up, and then an immediate rush into that B side by VINCIT Gaming changed everything up into the momentum. Got that big win with that B rush immediately after. Had the rotation towards that A. Shut down Bean. Forced Bean out of that A top position. Could not really deliver any more shot with that sniper. Allowed BG to win the entire map.
Beautifully done by VINCIT Gaming. I don't know if we're going to have the reverse sweep, but I'm sure we can dream. Here's a highlight of what we saw in Game 3.
Yes, so many key shots back to back to back, but those A bomb rushes were just perfect.
It had a lot of counter strategy from BG, and it certainly worked out, and it just came down to the better shots towards the end. Sometimes you're not really using the resources that they had totally, and trusting their strategy instead, just held the gun out. And a lot more firepower focused on one spot.
Just such an incredible game here from VINCIT Gaming, and again, it's been close every time. These teams are very evenly matched. It could still go either way, and I'll tell you what, every single game here is so important. We've had many clean sweeps, a lot of 2-0s leading up to this point in time. Most of this tournament was one-sided. Not the case here in the finals.
This is already the score the first time these two teams met, which went 2-1 to VG. VG find themselves down this time round.
After this short break, we will start match number 4 in the Crossfire 2020 Grand Finals. We're back at the Crossfire 2020 Grand Finals. We're at a 2-1 lead here for Q9. Of course, the first to get that third win is the victor in this best of 5, thus making them the world champions of Crossfire. In this China versus Brazil match, we've seen an incredibly strong showing from China with conservative play through and through, allowing them to get ahead in victory. But our Brazilians, they've made the adjustments necessary. They're being smart, they're playing strong, but it is a rare thing in any best of 5 for one team or one player to go up 2-0 and then the other side to come back with 3 wins.
Reverse sweep is totally possible, but will that momentum for VINCIT Gaming really continue against Q9? That's going to be the real question, because Q9 on sub-base, which is the map number 4, they do awfully well in this map because they know how to strike from that control room so well. They're going to be poking out, and VINCIT Gaming, they better be ready.
Yeah, I am worried in case VINCIT Gaming start on that blacklist side, because they have had a lot of trouble in the second half playing as Global Risk. So we'll see which sides they are going to be, but the noise in this studio, considering it's coming from 10 people, is absolutely just ear-splitting.
It is crazy how loud it is in here with our teams cheering. And now we start game number 4. VINCIT Gaming on the offense and Q9 on the defense.
So yeah, my worst fears come true for VINCIT Gaming. They are starting on the blacklist, but they are renewed. They are reinvigorated as they did take port very convincingly on this side.
VINCIT Gaming, they do like to occasionally push into B site, but I think this time around it's going to be a little bit of a slower start here. As in the very beginning game, you get to get a feeler for exactly how the other team wants to try to position and what sort of rotations they want to have here.
We see Fefe walking around, trying to just find a position. We have Yu Zhao trying to clear a path for Notzane to get that C4 up into B. But it's not a safe site. Bean does have vision with that sniper.
A bit of a push here from Q9, actually executes one of the VINCIT Gaming players, and they immediately retreat back. I think at a very smart move, getting the kills, going back, covering their bases, as we see what looks to be a midway peak here by VINCIT Gaming, possibly going through vents.
Again, Q9 striking back into that AC. Of course, responded with Rizal just coming down the stairs at 98 with a sniper this time. Immediately gets that kill solo again. Now up to Rukam for that amazing 1v4. It has been done.
It's going to be a tough one. Lukam with a player on the... just one player hops by, and Q9 gets the win. They know they are so close. They are hyped. They are ready. The tension on here for VINCIT Gaming. Again, such an important first side of the map. They need to get as many wins as possible, and they need to win on this map or they're out, and our Chinese team is the victors.
Yeah, they kind of got caught ever so slightly in awkward positions, but it looks like the same position is going to happen again, as B-side is the location of the first rush here.
Yeah, but the rotation is not fallen on that A side. Immediately responded by Solo. Mendez trying to get that work from that A hole, but ready from the shutters.
Q9 just looking too strong. What is happening to VINCIT Gaming? You hear them cheering. They're actually taunting the other team. The stress over here for the Brazilians is real. They need to pull it together, and I gotta say, so far, it's been a very disappointing showing.
Yeah, that was J-Way throwing shade over onto VG. I mean, they had that just almost too cleanly. That was almost too clean for Q9 there. It looks so easy.
Yeah, it was a murdering, for sure.
Yeah, that bait play into that A side didn't really work when there was a smoke into lockers already, telling the GR side that we're coming into that B side 80% of the time. This time the peek from Solo does not work. VG needs to secure these type of kills to start off better from that blacklist side.
We have a little bit of movement here in mid. Nobody going too far just yet. It is one Q9 player down. Some nades being thrown here. Any extra damage can go a long way if you try to push later on. The Q9 players all at full HP here. Mendez a little bit low. About minute 30 here on the clock.
They are starting to come through that control room assembly as Long takes out Mendez. That's a huge kill for Q9. At this moment, a bit of dance to death as Lucao takes out Bean. And we see the C4 getting planted on that B side.
C4 is down. 3 Q9 players zoned out of their own base at B. They're going to have to try to come back and reclaim this JY. Ready to push through. Fefe is shot down, but immediately sprayed off by Lucam. And that's it. Vincent Gaming solidifying the first win here, making things a lot closer. What's Q9 going to do next?
Yeah, VINCIT Gaming got a total control over to the hallway, spreading out towards that B side, and having 3 men from Q9, I understand, because they were lower in HP. They wanted to break through the cage, and maybe taking control of the missile can help them. Once they get the control, it's going to be hard, except for that headshot. So that was the right call, I think. VG still opening up shots towards that B shot, was totally in control. They're moving out a lot faster in this map number 4.
This may be the first time they try to push into A. Once you get A, it can be very doable to try to hold it down here. Nobody by staircase, just JY behind the crate, sneaking down here, dropping down the stairs. Can JY actually hold this? Immediately shot down. Long going to have to cover for now. Is he going to be able to hold him off? All the team of VINCIT Gaming is flash. They do. Dart back up the stairs. Instant vanish, and a new rotation comes.
Yeah, 1-for-1 trade there, and then they retreat quicker than anything else. But Bean with the snipe on Ryu Zhao, absolutely picture perfect shot right through every gap possible and connects, gets the kill.
You had that snipe angle perfectly through that A road. Now knows the rotation is there towards that central square or into that machine room. With that given info, it's so much easier for Q9 to get those shots.
Fefe goes down, and Q9 picks up the 3-1 lead. They are feeling it. So much adrenaline in this room right now. Once more, VINCIT Gaming, they're having a hard time, and this time they're on the offense.
Yep, all the push in the world seems to not be able to save Vincent right now. They need to try and find something new, try and find a way to just trick Q9 into being out of position. But I mean, this defense so far has been rock solid. Nothing is getting past them.
Yeah, you know there's so much focus from Q9, from the shutter into a C, into that A road, with the sniper gun and Solo also peeking out, then you should be striking into from that hallway, from the storage lockers to make them move into an uncomfortable spot. That's exactly what BG's pulling off.
Nade coming through here. All of the VINCIT Gaming team flash. Bean with a kill here. And he is blinded. A good shot from Bean with a pistol. Bean clutching this right now, but he is picked off. It's up to Solo, JY, and Long to clean this up. Long, Solo goes down. Long is the only player left here.
Bean picked up huge kills, but Knudsen instantly replies with 3 of his own. How can Long handle this 2 versus 1 situation? The C4 is yet to be planted, but it doesn't even matter. Knudsen with just an angle out of all angles, a near impossible one. And he gets Long down. VG get another win.
Beautifully done there by VINCIT Gaming. Headlong won that. I don't know if there's much hope here for VINCIT Gaming. When they get the spot and they have the men up, they need to close it out. Otherwise, I think Q9 will win this.
You love the focus towards that B site for VINCIT Gaming. That was the rotation needed to get Bean out of the way, but still in going into that shutter, Bean was able to take down at least 2 or even more. Those flick shots right there. He's feeling the best right now in that comfortable spot near the shutter. I mean, putting him down, moving him away will be. There are a lot of resources that can be done. VINCIT Gaming can block a lot of sniper angles from with just 1-2 smoke from in that shutter into that AC. Would just shut him down.
Bean here pushes through. But look at this quick rotation over onto A, and we see Jewe tracking back. He does manage to get 1, but Fefe takes him out, and the C4 is getting planted, and that is going to put a lot of pressure on this Q9 team to run into these 3 players. Ryu Zhao mows him down. 98 gets Ryu Zhao.
C4 is down, and the window has been smoked. It's going to be up to Q9 to try to fix this. This is a very, very difficult position to make this work here. And that's going to be it. VINCIT Gaming ties it up 3-3.
This is so back and forth between these. It was looking good. Q9 had the advantage. They were, what, 3-1 up?
That's right.
Now it's 3-3. I mean, it's all coming together for VINCIT Gaming, but at the same time, the wheels are wobbling on Q9's like offense and defense right now, and I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get those wheels back on properly before the end of this ride.
Yeah, VINCIT Gaming made the right switch to focus into that machine room first, and then pushing him with the smoke towards the locker, putting a lot more pressure towards 98 and Long towards that B site instead of even peeking into that A road.
Very quiet start for this game. VINCIT Gaming maybe eyeing the A side. We have a little bit of a gunfight over here, but nobody's picked off just yet. A flank here and a trade as far as kills go. 4v4 now. As this area is smoked, Luca may smoke it once more as well.
Yeah, just trying to obstruct that vision so they can safely get out of dodge. They don't want to be trapped in that narrow passageway altogether, but we can see Q9 are setting up over B. They have the sight. Bean is there. They're going to see this immediately, and the call goes out. Q9 rotate over onto B side. 98 gets Mendez. Knudsen gets 98, though.
Bean with 2 whiffs there on the sniper rifle. Can he get another one? He actually goes down. JY here needs to save the day and make up for the shots that his teammates already missed. They're all going to take cover here as the bomb. Yeah, now the bomb is going to be planted, and I think they just run the clock out. JY has to go through a real obstacle course to come out here and save this for his team.
Yeah, VINCIT Gaming, they already know how to win this map. As Q9, they're not making the right switch into that B side, trusting a little too much on Bean's shot. When that doesn't come through, it will be another VINCIT Gaming win for sure.
The accuracy is starting to fall off on Q9. They're not hitting those shots they need to. They keep whiffing ever so slightly the defensive shots that need to get hit in order to take a round, and they're just not getting it done.
So far, VINCIT Gaming really clutching this. They know how to lock down these locations, and that's important because when they're getting, whether it's a man lead or a bomb plant, they're keeping it. And that's what's key. You can't allow Q9 to bounce back from that because when Q9 defends correctly, they just shut them down. This time around, C4 dropped, but not far from B site. We could have a push through mid or maybe a dive into A.
Now the pressure's on for Bean and also Solo. I don't think they will be putting out or even poking into that A road too much, as they have lost control so many times by doing that into that B site. This gaming this time pushing into that AC.
That they do. The guns are firing. Solo takes the count, but Mendez gets 98. It's a back and forth trade. Mendez gets 2. And it's a 3-on-3.
Solo still alive. The C4, though, is down and can be covered here by Q9. They're going to have to improvise a pretty cool defensive position here if they want to cover this. We have VINCIT Gaming, 2 of the players coming around here from behind. They do get the kill off. C4 could be available. Does Q9 back off? How are they going to take this game from here? Nade's coming down now as VG is going to invade.
Yeah, and then, instantly gunned down. Jerry gets 2, though. It's a 1 versus 1.
Oh! Q9 tying it up 4-4. Who will win and get that important game 5 before we switch sides here? Once more, these two teams very even through and through.
Stone cold killer. Not even a smile on his face after hitting that. That situation was real rough for Q9, and they managed to come through.
Yeah, Jawe, as if he's done that 1,000 times over again. He can do it all the time. Just controlling that AC. Had the perfect headshot line controlled, and Mendez just came into his crosshair. All he had to do is just maintain that aim and shoot.
Okay, we have some more grenades coming down now. No clear agenda as far as where to push from VINCIT Gaming just yet. They still have plenty of time. A site, it seems like Q9 has decided there's a possibility there's going to be a push there. There is not, in fact, as VINCIT Gaming has been pretty static so far in game number 9.
But looking at the rotation of Nodzane does kind of indicate it is going to be an A push.
You love the switch. Hasn't been a real A push so far, so Q9...
We've got 2 in mid, though, so if they do push into A, it's manageable for Q9 depending on how their accuracy is and spray control is.
Spotted immediately with the flash and long gets 1-by-1 traded. Immediately opts in another headshot. Still AC is controlled by Q9, but 4-man down in A bottom.
Bomb planted by the missile. It's going to be 2 up in window, 1 running downstairs. 98 needs to get some really good plays here. Good shooting here. Is it going to be enough, though?
Does get 2. Solo picks up 1, and Solo picks up a second. And all they need to do is defuse that bomb.
Oh, man.
And Q9 take the lead.
That should have been the round for VG for sure, but all four of them were looking at the window for some reason. The communication was just not there. At least a man, you need to cover that out. Unless you have the smoke down towards that stair, you need to have a man towards the side looking at it.
You're completely right, G-Clef. It made no sense. Somebody has to be watching stairs. There's no reason why all the players would ever be at window. And so that means there is some miscommunication here by VINCIT Gaming. It's not just about accuracy. It's not just about formation. It's about letting each other know exactly what you're doing so all angles can be covered. In that game, Vincent Gaming didn't have it. And now it's Q9 with a 5-4 lead as we switch sides. Vincent Gaming will be the defenders. They have not done as well out of our 3 maps we've seen so far. And of course, Q9 will be here to plant the bomb.
Yeah, for the first time, they have won the first half of Q9. Solo is taken down. Yu Zhao gets that kill there.
Somewhat lucky, just had that bullet fired the moment he was walking out into the lockers. Just got a lucky headshot onto onto Solo. Q9, as they were on the retreat of taking Machine Room back with 4 men. Just loses a member, somewhat unlucky there.
Crawling through the vents. Will JWay be able to get the drop on someone here? He knows someone's probably looking right at that wall, so he's going to back off ever so slightly.
Very different formation here from Q9. It seems like they're going to try to slip into B. I don't know if it's going to work. Vincent Gaming here. They, if they win this, it's tied up 5-5. Of course, every round here is so important. Nobody has come around. This is an interesting spot to try to camp here because you got to get right next to Ryuzo to actually have a fight, and he is ready to spray down on the left side. Here we go. Oh, it backfired.
And Bean takes Lukaum.
And again, Vincent Gaming almost too reactive here. They just set up, they wait for the Brazilians to scramble and run, and then, you can see they're falling into the traps that Q9 is setting.
That was an absolute miracle shot there by Bean, but JWay continues to pile the pressure on VD as Mendez goes down. VG is left with 1 player left.
Bean is just unstoppable. He even fired a shot onto his teammate, which is just not possible in this game. If it's Vincent Gaming, nothing just left. What can he do? Another 4v1 situation, but JWay, long, they're pretty low.
And it's going to be, that's going to be it here. Q9 closer and closer and closer. Vincent Gaming, so much adrenaline in this room. Again, Vincent Gaming, though, when 1 or 2 players fall, the other players react, and you can see Solo simply rotates slightly, sets up, and then begins to eliminate the rest of the team.
Yeah, that can totally come happen. And VINCIT Gaming, they have to start the second half as Q9 start that blacklist with a huge victory. Was able to shut down so many different members. Bean just staying at that A road. I don't think VG should come out to that A road at all, unless you know exactly where Bean is if he's on the other side of the map.
Bean has been essential to the victories here. He did get 2 kills in that first one. So did Long, though, so teamwork is definitely making this dream work. And we see more angles trying to get discovered here. A little bit of footsie between the 2 teams, as no one is really committed to any kind of push or strategy, but we do see Q9 now starting to come up the storage lockers.
You even have to check the light. He's now stepping over the line just a little bit too far.
Solo takes out Ryu Zhao, now trying to find an angle all the way through here. Seeing if he can see Nodzane. Nodzane is available, he is peeking. Mendez as well, just out of range.
Really good defense there by Vincent Gaming. They do push Q9 back out, but it's important to note that Q9 is willing to be pushed away. They do not overextend. Another Q9 player, by the way, bites the dust thanks to Notson. And I think actually Q9 might try to push back into B.
If he's actually got the kill with a member rotating into that A side, might give them a lot of hint that Q9's trying to go for that big rotation towards A. Notson actually comes out to the square.
Notson clutching this so far. Another great shot. Notson pulling through when Vincent Gaming needs them most. 2v4 now with the C4 close to the stairs. Bean and Long might have to dive in.
Yeah,
it is just
never
Pepe
goes
here.
well. It never goes well when you start diving down this stair with everything on the line. Bean is there, so is Long, but Bean is assassinated. And just like that, VG pick up another win.
Beautiful game there by VG. It is 6-5 here with Q9 in the lead, but oftentimes when Vincent Gaming gets behind in the later half of the games, they do not come back. We have a straight up firefight here, right over, not far from BL spawn. It's a 2v2. This is chaos.
Yeah, Machine Room 5v4. Only Fefe out of position towards that A side. Now left with 2-2. Look at the amount of X's toward that Machine Room. This was Warzone.
Crazy game back there. And Vincent Gaming's going to try to team up. They're both in mid, which is funny. I think they're expecting a rotation to A, but Q9 oftentimes a little bit slower to try to move through. And I like this idea. They're going to push through. They can actually come in here from behind and try to hit Q9 when their backs are sneaking into B side. Q9 actually never peeked into B, so they may assume there's just one player there, and they're going to get the slip on him.
Yeah, but they probably have the game sense to know that if they're not protecting B, they're going to be coming up from behind. It is J-Way after all. He does have this spider sense, let's say.
Had they gone a little bit faster, they might have been able to pull this off.
Shots fired already. Q9, they know 100% where they are on a plant. C4 is planted at B side immediately with that position. Now to the cage side with the missile.
Ryuzo, I thought he might go to vents in there for a second. Half a minute on the clock. It is doable. It is going to be very, very difficult to pull off. They're going to have to get 2 kills and then the immediate defuse. 98 and JY, 2 of the best shooters. And here we go. He's going to come in. Good shooting here, and he does manage to take them both out. Beautiful play by Q9.
1998, take a bow, son. That was unreal. Dropping down behind both of them, spraying them down, getting the transfer inch perfect.
A great position. Yeah, great position by Q9. They're having both angles totally covered when Vincent Gaming. They have 2 looking at the same way again. Q9 strikes again to the B site.
Good push in here by Q9. They do manage to breach this. I don't think Vincent Gaming can recover in a pivotal moment here. Already a 7-5 lead, and it's just Fefe left. Fefe gonna try to come in. No dice, no way. This means that Q9 is up with 8 wins. They just need 2 more, and they are the world champions.
Fefe did get that miracle shot through the smoke following the bullet trails, but unfortunately there was another bullet heading straight for his head when he goes to take that shot. Q9 are in a little bit of trouble here. Not saying gets 1 down. Bean is down as well. Is this the VG comeback that they need to make?
Looks like it's an isolated Q9 over here on the east side of the map. B is fairly naked. Vincent Gaming, again, very, very mobile on this map. From location to location, they're popping around. Q9 is sticking together. I think they want to just try to win 1 or 2 firefights and maybe even this out with a slow push to a bomb site. Probably B, but it could be A if they decide to switch around.
Yeah, VG had a pretty dangerous rotation all the way into that access road, but being failed to deliver any shots with that sniper, now putting it down to a lot less member amendment. And this, again with that tier, Rizal with that help from the side, is not able to actually go into that B site.
It would be a miracle if 98 were to pull this off. He does have the bomb, but with 3 players on the map, 3 players can cover pretty much everywhere with ease. Let's see what he can come up with.
Yeah, and especially these bomb sites are particularly easy to not defend, but to camp. There's spots there that are just really hard to break through when you're on your own. Especially the stairs, like that little cubby by the stairs is very hard to break when you're on your own. Because all you need is one other person opposite, and you're dead.
Yeah, 98 needs to clutch this out. It's of course easier win for VG. It was a 3v1 as they still need to catch up big time. 3 more rounds in a row.
What is it now? 8 to 6.
It's 8 to 6 here. So, we're going to have a big fight right here in the middle. Are we even going to have the chance to get a shot of this on camera? As Q9 players are dropping like flies, but it's a 2v1. Can Long clutch it? Fefe versus Long. It's all going to come down to this. And they are on opposite sides of the map. Fefe out of the action. Did Vincent Gaming do the job and Fefe cleans it up, or did they put themselves in a position where they're going to have to come back with a tie?
Yeah, if they were going into that machine room, knew that it was going to be a big hill to climb for Vincent Gaming, but Fefe up 100 HP. Only needs a single bullet anywhere on Long's body as Long really needs an immediate headshot.
Vincent Gaming, they need a win here. It's tough for Fefe as well. He doesn't know which bomb site we have our Q9 player intending to take here. There's plenty of time on the clock. They may eventually cross paths here. Seems like A may be the goal here, but maybe a push through mid instead here from Long.
They are getting dangerously close to each other.
Here we go.
Going through the
get the
shutter
drop?
into the cage.
Oh!
And that's it. Fefe with mission success. They may clutch the win. We may be going to game 5. Again, Q9 needs just 2 more wins, and Vincent Gaming needs 3. If Q9 wins this map, it's over. It's a 3-1 victory. If VG wins this, we're going to map number 5.
We can see the nerves of Q9 maybe starting to show here. They're not playing as well as they were in the first couple of rounds, and this half even. They are starting to fall apart ever so slightly, but I trust them to come back. Bean is still up. He is still there, but Lucam, Mendez, they are doing work for VG, sorry.
A nade comes down here, connecting with Fefe, chipping him just a little bit. Nothing too impactful there, as we have 3 Q9 players going here right towards control room entry.
I think this is another bait play towards A or AC, and delivering the C4 towards that B site.
Yeah, this is a pretty technical move here. They're trying to take advantage of how reactive Vincent Gaming is. Now, Vincent Gaming is going to close in here and try to take a fight. B site is naked, but Q9 can't confirm that yet.
Liu Zhao, though, ripping through them like knife through butter right now. Takes Solo and Jewe real early in these engagements. And we have 98 in the middle of no man's land right now.
But was the sacrifice worth it? Q9 a little bit slow to dive on B and get the plant. Instead, it's going to be Vincent Gaming closing in on 2 different sides, out-manning Q9. This is going to be extremely difficult here.
98 starts that, though. He gets Not Zane down.
At least Q9, they had hallway, immediately lost by Mendez, taking back control from the central square. As Bean is trying to get that position from the lockers. Needs to get Fefe down first.
Bean getting low here. He is sprayed down as it's only Long remaining here, and I think we're going to be going to 8-8. Oh, hold on a second. It's 1-1. Fefe versus Long. The duel again here.
How long can Long distract Fefe?
7 seconds.
Fefe gets the kill and will easily get the defuse. It's tied up 8-8.
He didn't
Just
get
in
it.
time. Just in time. That was going to be real close.
That was insane. That was insane.
Even I thought he didn't get it. It looked as though the bomb had just started to go off.
So sick. Okay. It's still anybody's game here. 8-8. Again, Vincent Gaming need this. They need it badly with a narrow defuse. They do save the day. What is Q9 going to do now? Q9 hugging Machine Room, waiting. It is a 1-3-1 split here with 3 in mid for Vincent Gaming. For Vincent Gaming, excuse me. And there's going to be a 4-man push in here into B. Assuming that Q9 commits, sometimes they do back out. Here we go, Long in first. Up the stairs they go.
Solo is trying to get an angle on any reinforcements coming through, and it might just work for him. Bean gets Lucam, Long gets Mendez. It's looking good. Notsen gets 98, but Jewe takes down Notsen. It is a 4 versus 1. Fefe has everything to do right now.
1 kill, and that's going to be it. Q9 gets the win. If there's one more victory for Q9, they take it. But Vincent Gaming could take a win and even this out 9-9.
VG, 5-man striking into that machine room. Will this work? Q9 immediately backs off, and they're already on going towards that A side. Will they have the perfect read? I don't think they know how many men were actually put into that machine push.
Smartly so, Q9 immediately rotates around to a naked A-bomb site. They could come in here and try to push as Vincent Gaming tries to seize control of the control room.
Jewe gets 1. Is Jewe going to get 2? No, he gets taken down by Mendez, but the bomb is planted.
It's going to be up to Vincent Gaming to try to come in here and break into A site. The countdown started 35 seconds on the clock as nades come in.
Q9 in striking. They're almost touching the trophy right now with the strike, with the bomb down in the A site. VG trying to come in from that A road. They have 1 member. It's 3-1 split. 1 from AC, 3 from the A road.
It's still a 4v4. 18 seconds as a flash goes down here on 1998. It's an all-out fire fest here. It's just Solo and Long. Luca Mendez and Ryuzo trying to hang on. It's just solo left. Q9. They need this right now.
But how long can he delay? Not long enough. It looks as though the bomb will be defused, but it's going to be tight.
And it is with a half-second left. Unreal! Beautiful play there.
And we're going extra round for the first time.
Hell yes! That's what I'm talking about. So close. A half second could have changed the outcome of this tournament.
Twice.
Twice, yes, thank you. We're up 9-9. G-Clef, tell us what happens next.
I don't know what's going to happen. Come on. Extra rounds, it depends on how quickly VG wants to push. That was the right decision to go all the way into that B side. After spotting that many members into that machine room, the tactic changes from both sides are just incredible. They're crazy.
Okay, so we're going to be getting into more rounds real soon. It is 9-9. Q9 took the first half. VG took the second half. How are the extra rounds going to go?
Yeah, into extra rounds. First up to 4, 3-3, back and forth. It's going to be crazy now. May even go all the way into the golden round to decide who the winner is going to be.
And so we're going to get this loaded up here. So insane. We go back onto sub-base again. And things are going to be even tighter and even more critical. If you thought every game was important in a first to 10, try it now.
Q9, they were so close. They were about to kiss the trophy with that the magic number 9. VINCIT Gaming strikes back with 2 great defuse.
But the pushes looked great. They were in such a good position, but VG just picked them apart at the seams, opened up a few wounds in there, nailed down those bullets, and I mean, it was all over.
Once again, VINCIT Gaming here with the bomb, and Q9 here to defend. We saw them almost all rush into machine room, but they do back up now.
Grenades thrown down through the control room entry.
Yeah, we have a 1-2-2 split here, 2 on B, 2 on mid, and 1 on A. Although A stairs may be the point of tension here.
The Q9 trying exactly the same as how they have done for sub-base, putting Bean next to that A road spot, making sure he has some vision over that control. Now switching into B side alone.
Nice flash here. As Knotson guns down one player in mid, we have a fight over at the stairs. JY, he may be able to hold it. JY does hold the stairs, but right now in a 2v3 here, Fefe low on HP. Some shots fired as the entire team is wiped. Solo takes game number 1.
Q9 managed to get that first win on the board, and that is very important at this point. We can see that now VINCIT Gaming edging towards machine room, but looks as though they're going to move the C4 down through access road and back up into A. But we'll have to see how this positioning develops as we continue.
Okay, a regrouping over here. And right now, again, Q9 with solid defense. VINCIT Gaming going to try to edge in here through mid, possibly poking into control room.
And knowing that very likely Bean and Solo are going to be peeking into that side. Bean gets a flick!
And really good control here by VINCIT Gaming, but isn't an overextension here. Many of their players blinded right now. We're going to have some control over here into B as the C4 is shuffled into that area. JY needs to save the day, but he is getting pinned out by Fefe. And that's it. 1-1.
1 apiece. VINCIT Gaming managed to get it done this time round. It's really hard to read what they're going to be doing because a lot of their positioning is about feigning any kind of information that the opponents have. Q9 can't really get a solid read on all the positions they need to in order to make a qualified decision on what they should be doing.
Exactly. VINCIT Gaming backing off this time around. By the way, an insane victory they had back there in a chaotic breakthrough to the B site. Now VINCIT Gaming going to regroup once more here. Access Road seems to be able to gather. We'll see if they actually do a raid down into A bottom, but instead they're just going back and forth here.
Smart choice to smoke this side every single time, VG. Even though they're using up smoke in their defensive position, I think this is basically required against Q9 every single time, knowing that Bean's going to be in that place. Now switches off to that B site.
It looks like already good reactions here from Q9 as the Vincent Gaming players are beginning to drop very quickly. It's a 3v1 here. Solo Bean and JY against Ryozo. He's stuck way far out. C4, going to be hard to reclaim. And, you know, a minute 10 on the clock, but can he take the entire team out? I'm not so sure.
He's also got to push through some very tricky navigation places, but unfortunately it does go down. And Q9 take another win here.
And with the side swap, let's see if Q9 can keep the ball rolling or if Vincent Gaming's going to close this out. Vincent Gaming needs to pull through here or their story ends.
Q9, they just need to bring 2 more rounds.
That's it.
And they have been delivering, getting so much more from that Blacklist side. They've been getting very incredible, very aggressive using all the time. Unlike Vincent Gaming's play today. So I think Q9, if they keep that momentum used all the time in every single round, they might just be able to win and get that trophy.
Such an insane finals we have. We are truly lucky to have players this great and games this awesome. Again, Q9 is going to be on the offense. We've seen before that VG tries to meet them here. This time around, they're all going to camp by door. And instead, they push through afterwards. And a good planning here as they get the up on Long here with a kill.
Wow, Long, that was a timing attack from VG. You don't really have anyone coming out from the lockers at that timing.
Fefe takes solo, but 98 gets Fefe. It's starting to go bad. This is a really awkward position for Vincent Gaming to be pushing into.
And now Vincent Gaming here with 2 players up.
They pushed too hard. They overextended, did Vincent Gaming, and they were punished.
Now A site is exposed, but first Q9 has to reclaim the bomb as Vincent Gaming is now moving all the way across the map. I think overestimating the mobility that Q9 is actually going to have. They're a much slower, more calculated team than that. They come into A and they see nothing's here. They're probably going to have to run back to B because information is completely unclear here. Q9 has not even gotten the bomb. Q9 is assuming that Vincent Gaming is somewhere just outside of their reach. But as they come around here, we could have a gunfight. Another kill here. Q9 with 3 players, all very low on HP, scrambling to go to the B site.
Yeah, we can already see JY trying to get into position to get behind Ryu Zhao. Is he going to be able to catch him off guard?
Yeah, way too many angles for Ryu Zhao to cover, but they are all so low. Just need 1 bullet in for each target. And with that C4 down soon enough.
Here comes the bomb plant. Bean is taken out. Ryuzo could easily do this. He's coming through now. He's gonna fake going out the other direction and maybe come in again on the same side here, hoping for some repositioning. JY behind the wall, popping up over the box. He's not sure where they are. He's gonna flash down here and try to come through the side.
The fact he still had a flash is a huge advantage for him. JY trying to see it. He's gonna get it. No.
He gets him. JY just around the corner, fakes a defuse. And he takes him out. He's gonna get the defuse just in the nick of time. VG is still in this.
How did he do that?
That was insane. That was one of the best crossfire plays I've ever seen. I love how he pulled that off here.
1 versus 3. He tracks all the way around the map, hunting his prey. Finds them, and he doesn't even blink twice. Each one is just 1 tap, you're down, 1 tap, you're down, 1 tap, you're down. It's efficient. It's beautiful to watch. And how are you going to beat that in this round?
Ryu Zhao was so confident in his movement and where the opponents were going to be on that 1v3. Knowing that they're all so low, he had a great chance of taking that back in control. Now Vincent Gaming up to 11. We're all tied up once again.
Once more, Q9 hides out in Machine Room. Now, there hasn't been any rushing in here just yet. Vincent Gaming with 3 on B and 2 on A. We have Q9 just peeking into A, but mostly it looks like they're going to be regrouping over to B. No, hold on. They're going to back out. This area is smoked. Vincent Gaming with alternative strategy is going to try to set up cross positions where it's going to be almost impossible for a bum rush through into the B locker room.
You're loving the position from Vincent Gaming. 2 from A stairs all the way from that A road. And then 2 double bay position on that locker room. Just making sure they have 1 covering from the shutter. And Q9, they're slowly moving into the trap.
But Knudsen takes a couple of hits more, and oh, the kill zone is there. VG get huge kills. Ryu's out getting 2. 98 does manage to finish him off, though.
Ryozo winning the last game and getting enough kills that it should be doable for Vincent Gaming. Again, the team has to take this. We see Q9 once again itching to try to get into lockers, maybe pushing to BB. Right now, Sight's not entirely covering this location. Solo, smoke clearing. Hasn't spotted anybody just yet. As you can see, he's going to be right in front of Mintz when it actually does go away, but they're going to back up.
Mendez took a hit off a grenade. Sorry, Mendez got a grenade kill there.
Solo, once again, the only player here, and he is killed off. Vincent Gaming. What an insane series this has been.
And with one lead, just need one more round for VINCIT Gaming to go to map 5.
But if Q9 could pull it together, it's going to be a different story.
It will be that golden set to decide the winner between these two teams. And it almost feels cheating for it to be decided upon that, because both these teams have been playing these sets flawlessly so far.
They're trying a similar defensive position from GR side. Again, VINCIT Gaming 2 from A stairs, putting a lot more of focus into that B side, maintaining control because they got a lot of work done from the bay position. They don't really need to extend all the way into the lockers. Q9 would use a lot of resources reaching into B side if they want to come in.
More regrouping here. So much is on the line, depending on how this is handled by both sides. This is the most important gaming. This is the most important round in Vincent Gaming's career here. Nades come down. JY looking to push Fefe on the other side. Inching in here to... Oh, hold on. A good spray there. That's going to cause Q9 to actually back up. Nobody actually taking damage yet, by the way.
Yeah, so much on the line when you were baited so hard just in the previous round. You better just use it and then make sure it's clear before going in. Because you have about a minute now to have the C4. Should still be thinking about B push.
It looks like their sights are still set on B. They're not comfortable going to A, which is becoming more and more clear as each round passes. And I think we're going to have an all-out rush in here. Here comes Long, here comes Beer, and here comes JY. They're flashing. Can they actually push in?
98 does get a couple of hits. Ryuzao is down, but no one on Q9 is down yet. Mendez does manage to get Long. JY takes him out instantly. Beam with a snipe onto Knudsen.
Q9 hanging on. 4-2 here. Fefe taking cover under the smoke. Solo just out of his sights. The bomb ticking away here. Vincent Gaming needs a miracle.
Lucan coming from locker, spotted by Bean. Fefe gets one more from the side. Lucan back-to-back kill.
Starting to defuse, and there it is. He's going to wait until the very last second to defuse that. Beautifully done, and a great save there. Hell yes.
And we go to map 5.
All the way to
all
Ankara.
the way.
We just have to. This is the grand finals we've been waiting for.
All the way to Ankara. I am looking forward to this. This has been a great series. And remember, it was Vincent Gaming down 0-2, and they nearly were eliminated back there through perfect symbiosis, through incredible teamwork, through impeccable execution. They clutched it. They came back with 2 more wins, and it's all going to come down to one more map, Ankara.
Yeah, as strong as VG, 1 port. I mean, subbase there was just... how could it have been any closer? It was 5-4, 4-5, and then eventually ends 2-4 in that extra set. I mean, so many sets played. How is that going to affect Q9 and VG coming in to the last map of the day?
And look at Q9.
They're beat up.
Devastation, trepidation. This is not the finals they wanted. They were up 2-0. They wanted to end it. They wanted to be partying at the hotel. There may be no partying tonight, boys and girls, for Q9 if Vincent Gaming comes back, but we're not done yet. Q9, they've adapted. They've overcome so many odds here. Maybe they pull it together in the final match. Here's a quick recap of Game 4.
VINCIT Gaming in the extra round. We could see their experience really popping up, not going towards the normal position or the rotation. catching Q9 on their back oftentimes. Of course, it was first half, second half, it was very close, going all the way to 9-9. And then VINCIT Gaming just striking at the second half of that extra round.
Beautiful play here by both teams, to be honest. I mean, they're really playing well. You hear the one side wins, that doesn't tell the true story. It is so close. It's a nail biter every time.
Yeah, I mean, every time it came down to these 1v2s, it always felt like the one person managed to get the win. It doesn't matter how outnumbered you are. If you have the skills to beat your opponent, which Fefe does, which Lucam does, Notson does, I mean, you take the win.
Beautiful game so far. One of the best cross finals, if not already the best crossfire finals in history. We are going to a short break, and after that, that's it. Game 5. Either Q9 or VINCIT Gaming becomes the 2020 Crossfire World Champions. We're back for the final game of the Crossfire 2020 Grand Finals. Brazil versus China, Vincit Gaming versus Q9 has turned out to be an absolutely insane match. We're tied up 2-2. It's anybody's game.
It really is. What was looking like a sweep for Q9 has suddenly turned on its head, and momentum now favors VG.
Final map, Ankara. If you win one map, you take 150 more grand on top of your prize from the second prize into the first place prize. One map for 150 grand. Would you do it? What would you bring? What kind of strategy would you bring into that round? Everything is up in the line.
This is such an exciting moment here. We have the cheers on both sides from both teams. They want it, they need it, they may never be back in these positions again. Brazil, the former world champions, battling China. China hoping to dethrone the Brazilians and take the crown. Our map is now loaded up. It is Ankara, and Vincit Gaming on the defense with A and B to defend. Q9 with the bomb, hoping for the win.
And let's see some more sniper, and 98 also holding that AWM for a second, I believe. Just working with that overlay, smoking up A side. Make sure there's no overstepping from the GR side with the sniper to pick off anyone from the quarter passage.
Yeah, Q9 seems to be making a very quick push here through quarters. Are they going to commit fully? It doesn't look like they're quite sold on the idea yet, but if they did, they would be entering a 4 versus 2, 5 versus 2 push onto A side, and it looks like it is go time here.
And go is not going to be happening here. Vincit Gaming shutting that down pretty quickly. 98 going to come in. Again, Bean and Solo are the two players left here as the rest of the Vincit Gaming players are coming in.
As it was a really forward position from that B side for VG. They needed a lot of time to come back here, as Bean would immediately put one down into Fefe, but does not go down. Actually becomes a half shot instead.
Looks like they're going to go ahead and actually rotate into B. I think this is a very smart move here, as Vincit Gaming's realizing A has nobody here to try to attack, and certainly no bomb has been planted. But Q9 needs to watch their backs. The bomb goes down. Can Solo stop? Because not. Solo goes down. Bean with the sniper rifle needs to buy some serious time.
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult for him here, and he misses the shot right into the wall, but gets that one. But does get taken down.
Vincit Gaming with the clutch play. Bean actually firing into the pillar in front of him. It really goes to show you that nerves are a factor here.
As Q9, they have a total less experience in that grand final stage. When it comes down to map number 5, your nerves are going to get to you when you're trying to have that perfect control. The flicks might not land on the right target. Vincit Gaming, that A defense was real good against all 5 members of Q9.
And don't forget, this is VG's second global finals in a row. They were the champions last year. Are they going to be the champions now? Because they're looking much stronger. They are the more experienced team in these situations. So they carry that through, and it's going to help them to just push forward and get over those nerves.
Okay, you can see now the C4 is hugging the left side of the map here. We have 2 over at A and the 3-man split over at B here for Vincit Gaming. Q9 still biding their time, not trying to rush in. Now, Vincit Gaming is known to continuously push out and oftentimes sweep, and we're seeing a little bit of that here. Are they going to keep going for it?
It looks like we might just be getting a 5-man rotation again into A. It might just be the same result as well, because they're going into the same players. Luke Helm is there.
It's not easy to push up those steps on A. Very easy to fire onto a head, harder to shoot up and actually get a win there. And Q9, I think with very smart play here, is going to back up. And Vincit Gaming may be too far out. Nobody's really on B. Instead, they're mostly over in the hallways near there.
Yeah, with less than a minute, Q9 going into that B site can provide the speed, but will take a long time. Mendez actually goes down, striking from the back.
Yeah, but Luke Helm gets him down. So it's 1 apiece here. And I don't think they're even aware that the B rush is coming until right now. He is stunned up. Luke Helm goes down, but does take Beam with him while stunned.
And that was an excellent play here. Bomb going to go down now. The question here is, can Vincit Gaming actually come in, get the kill, and have enough time to defuse?
It took long enough time for that rotation as VINCIT Gaming. They had all 3 members in A main directly as 98 is going to try to collapse. Does not know that one of the member Pepe is right on top of him.
Gibbet hasn't walked out in front, but now he does. Fefe gets 98 almost immediately. VG on an absolute tear right now, and that is going to be round 2 for them.
Can they keep the ball rolling? They need 10 wins here to become the world champions. Q9, let's not forget, this was 2 maps winning, and now VG is coming back harder than ever. They need to pull it together.
2 maps, but in terms of what happened, if you look into the details, it was mostly due to miscommunication and also not checking for your teammates' angle, especially on that previous round. VINCIT Gaming just striked onto the perfect position that should have been controlled by Q9 because they had 3 members up in B.
We see inching into A site once more. VINCIT Gaming with 2 men covering over here. Again, to get a 3rd win would be tremendous. And Q9 may actually push in much more quickly. Let's see. Sometimes they just abandon it. They let the smoke fade. VINCIT Gaming's known to sometimes peek in. And here we go. They're going for it. Coming in now here. Ryuzo spraying down 1998. It is 4 versus 4 here. And it looks like the B site, the A site has been taken, but the plan has not yet occurred.
Taking one more down, Fefe immediately down in that A passage. Lukami is trying to sneak in, but needs more time for Mendes to actually come all the way from A long.
But it doesn't matter. Lucount gets 98 and then backs the hell out of there. Mendes trying to push in at the same time. They're going to get pincered. RJW and Bean.
Mendes coming up now. Great spraying there. And VINCIT Gaming with 3 wins. They're celebrating already, but is it too soon? And look at the faces on Q9. This is not the finals they thought they were going to have halfway through tonight's games.
Yellow lights on for Q9, and I think it's about to turn red very soon. VG their teamwork is on another level, even in map 5.
Mendes had an 8,000 IQ rotation there, just caught everyone unaware, and he could have even waited before taking those shots onto Q9, but you see Q9 now bum rushing the A site very, very quickly. Catch VINCIT Gaming all out of position.
Is VINCIT Gaming getting too cocky? They abandoned A side, pretty sure that B would be invaded. Now it's going to be a plan here. 5 versus 5. Only 40 seconds for VINCIT Gaming to try to come in here, get a kill off, and then defuse the bomb.
How many from the passage? How many from that AC would be the big decision? But Solo all the way in the back. This is crucial. Ruiza going down. They're going to be losing so much time here.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult nut to crack, and he takes down Fefe. Notzane goes down too, and this is looking like it's Q9's turn to get a win as they take down Mendes and get a win on the board.
Completely smashing VINCIT Gaming, and I'll tell you what, do not give up a site because you're ahead. I think they thought, certainly because they held A so well, that B would be the obvious spot, and of course Q9 just going into A, and VINCIT Gaming giving a game away to Q9 there.
Q9 just having 2 splash and 1 smoke. That's not enough to actually pull the entire squad back into a site. I think VG's feeling confident that they're making the right decisions, but that was totally the opposite for that round. Q9 striking back finally in this first half, getting 1 up in the score.
We usually see a few players hanging around like Central Passage or trying to get information on the opponent's team, and VG had none of that, and I don't think they have any of it now as Q9 starts pushing into B. Flash goes out, but are they going to be incapacitated? No, J-Way gets Mendes, Lucam gets Bean. J-Way gets Lucam down as well. Long takes Fefe, and it looks as though a comeback is on the cards for Q9.
Knotson coming in. Long and JY in the fight here. A flash comes down here. There's no way he's going to take out that many shots from that many sides here. Ryuzo's done it before, but will he do it when it's most important here? 3 versus 1.
He knows that there are in the base spot, not just, but maybe 1, not 2. Long Solo, they're on a pretty good angle. And they have 100 HP. Rizal really low, only 11 left in his hit points.
Again, I just don't see it happening. This is too hard to break into. And look at the patience here from Q9. They can sit on the bomb all day. That is a win, and that makes us 2-3 as we go into Game 6 here. VINCIT Gaming started out strong. They're not looking in the same shape anymore.
Yeah, the pendulum swings once more from VG to Q9. 2 in a row And it looks as though VG have been out of sorts these last 2 rounds. They need to solidify real quickly as there is a huge push by VG down quarters.
VG coming forward here. JY bites the dust. Knotson goes for the reload. They are just coming in here and going right for the spawn. It is 1 versus 4 here in a role reversal, and VG takes it up 4-2.
Yeah, if you're going to take all the time to come in, we might just go grab you. That's what VG says. Goes all the way out into the quarters. And they had Mendez set up on that side pillar path. So that's the reason why they were able to go with confidence without that many flash.
Yeah, it was an insane play. Like, well read by VG to take one back. But Q9 have been very flat-footed at the start of games. It takes them a while to find out like where they need to be, and they actually got caught out for once here.
This time around, the middle of the map is given to Q9. Vincent, again, with a good rotation of strategies, the question is, are they going to keep being this dramatic with it? We did see that game they gave away. B is heavily covered here, although it does look like Q9 is interested in going into B. Just one Vincent Gaming player covering A.
Yeah, we can see more footseeing around. No one really committing to anything on either side. We do have Liu Kang playing pretty deep, and he is about to run into 1998, but 1998 does turn around, starts hightailing it through quarters passage. And now it looks like A is on the cards with 4 VG.
Yeah, again, with 1 smoke and 2 flash into that yard side, VG totally thinking this has to be an attack into B. Again, let's A side open and controlled by Q9. Rizal wanted to have 1 in the exit kill into the passage. Were able to deliver some damage, but no kill.
They were very, very slow trying to catch the defense here. Ryu Zhao saw everything unfurl in front of him, and no one starts rotating around for the longest of times.
Yeah, we're seeing a bit of an imbalance here as far as how they cover things from A to B, and this time it's going to be an A-side plan here. Can VINCIT Gaming come in here and actually crush through? It's only going to be 1 angle to get in. It's less than 20 seconds remaining. A flash goes down. They're going to have to be fast and furious.
They might be furious, but fast it doesn't seem like it's gonna work as 1998 gets the 2nd kill there on Liu Kang. And that gives another win to Q9. It is 4-3 again. Both teams within spitting distance of each other.
Yeah, Zhao Wei checking back into the A passage and getting that kill, knowing that there's no one coming from that one side. Let Q9 focus solely on that A corner and A long. Made it such an easier play for Q9 to actually win that round.
Again, VINCIT Gaming needs to be a little bit more stable with their defense. This is the 2nd time we've seen them practically give away a bomb site. I like the strategy here, but there's too much chance involved. They're going to go for one of the 2 sites. If you get a lead and you give an opening like that, you do risk being punished. And although VINCIT Gaming has the lead right now, they could be giving that away if they keep this up.
Yeah, VINCIT Gaming from the GR side, they're having 2 main source of positions, 2-3 and 3-4 from that B side. And the other one is actually 1-4, more focused on the B side, because Q9 from the plays that they had yesterday and the day before, they've been focused a lot more towards that office. This time they're playing the opposite.
Bean gets half a frame sight there and takes down Mendez. Absolutely beautiful. First blood does go to Q9, but VG, I think they have a nice read on what's happening. They have 3 of their remaining members over on A as Rizal takes down long.
We see some firing over here as there's only 3 players remaining on VG. It looks like Q9 may once again get their favorite site, A, over here. VG coming back. Lukem trying to come here and save the day. Once more, A falls and he's shot in the back by Bean. 4-4. Let's find out as we go into Game 9 who will take the lead. VINCIT Gaming starting out strong, but Q9 great at playing catch-up.
Yeah, Bean had a wonderful read on where that rotation would be coming from, where it would be coming through, and he waited patiently, and he was rewarded heavily for his patience. There's a huge push from VG, comes down. Long is down very early, and quarters is already taken over by VINCIT Gaming.
And look at this, Q9 backs up and just defends. We can see VINCIT Gaming is going to have to pull it together now and try to defend their locations. They're eager to get a few more players back over to B. I guess almost all their players back over to B. No, 3 going to cover mid now. a sensible move as it's possible for Q9 to try to rotate into that area. But once more, we're seeing just one player basically defending from that A side.
Yeah, knowing that there's less of a control towards that office side for Vincent Gaming, going back forward, controlling the yard, make sure they have quick backup, even if Q9 strikes into that B site, is going to be the rotation and easily controlled by one of the member from that air duct. A side still being smoked, so Q9, they have less of an idea going into the B site now.
Vincent Gaming are completely aware of what is going on. They're so hunkered down into B, and that is where Q9 wants to go into. As you see, Knudsen gets double kill. Jayway and Solo almost instantly within each other, but Bean and 1998 get two in return.
1998 really evening the playing field out here. Bean and him are going to have to find a good spot to get this bomb plant. Are they going to go ahead and push through B anyways? We have one more Vincent Gaming player scrambling back to A. That may create a little bit of weakness here. Pepe is killed. It's 2-2.
And 98
he
falls
actually
and
dies.
Taking too much damage from the rifle.
Took me a second there. Yeah, he actually dies because of falling off of the ledge. Talk about one of the worst things that could happen here. And now it's just up to Bean in a 1v2.
Bean does get Knudsen down. He has 22 seconds to either finish this or plant that bomb. Mendez is on the hunt.
Mendez is just around the corner here. Is he going to be seen? He's going to possibly get shot planting the bomb. This is a common location to try to plant it here. And he gets killed. Unreal in the last few seconds. Q9 has taken the lead. Let's switch sides.
Bean with... Was that a fake plant, or was that just instantaneous reaction speeds to cancel the plant, turn around, and just blow his head off?
He felt something was fishy with no information where Mendez was coming from. He was about to plant and then canceled it immediately. Had the rifle open, ready to go against Mendez. Went almost down to less than 10 HP, but got the win. Is going to be able to get one more up compared to Vincent Gaming going into the second half now.
We're going to move into the role reversal now. It'll be Q9 defending and Vincent Gaming here trying to plant the bomb. They've had very good offense throughout this series. How will Vincent Gaming fare this time around? Every match so important. Remember, the first to 10 wins will be the world champion of 2020 in this China versus Brazil match. The two esports powerhouses of Crossfire duking it out for supremacy.
And it looks as though they're feigning, at least right now, quarters. It's what they're showing to Q9, but Q9 do have 4 members waiting there for them. Grenades start going out. This is going to be chaos here. No one dies yet. Lucan takes Solo, 98 takes Lucan, and everyone is just back and forth shooting each other. Knudsen is still up. He gets 2 kills, but Long also does get taken down.
In an insane moment here, it's Bean. He does have the defense, but he's going to go back. I think he's giving up on A, but at the same time, so is Vincent Gaming. They're both moving around now. Now, it is a 2v1, but our two Vincent Gaming players are extremely low on hit points. One spray and they disappear. But it's not easy when you're that one player, even if you have a lot of HP, to cover every location at once. These maps are built so that you can't just hide in one spot and always be safe, and that's exactly what we need to have here from our Q9 players. Constant movement, constant checking.
And it is the beginning of the second half, so they don't really know if Bean's holding an AWM or that M4. I think they are actually thinking, of course, he can just pistol them down, but still not knowing which gun he's holding will actually give them a lot more questions before going into that A site.
With 50 seconds remaining, we see Vincent Gaming quietly crouch walking over towards the A site. We had Q9 covering B. Bean realizing there's nobody here. He better go back and check A. He's going to be in between the bomb sites. It looks like he should be at A around the time the plant happens, so there'll be no ambiguity about what location he has to cover. Bean coming up now, and Bean takes out the first player. Fefe shot through the box. Again, very low. Bean backing up. A nade connects, chipping Bean away. More shots fired. Fefe, though, to the side, and Bean does it. China, one more win, closer to actually becoming the champions here.
He just knew, like, he was looking in completely the wrong spot. That's where he was pre-firing at. And as soon as he steps up and notices that turn was rapid quick, straight into the path of Fefe.
Yeah, right decision to have that rifle instead of that AWM. Q9 going to have a 2-round lead now, as Vincent Gaming thought about poking into the office because of this many smoke coming into the entrance. We'll just back up all the way back into near the BL spawn.
Here we have Vincent Gaming hovering over here towards A site, and this may be lopsided defense here from Q9. They're going to send one of their players back to A. In fact, I think their senses serve them correctly. It looks like they're getting closer and closer to having more of their players covering A. Vincent Gaming itching to pull the trigger. Again, if Q9 wins this, it's going to be 7 wins to 4.
And the grenades start coming in, and it is go time on this A spawn. Everyone's just rotating around. Azuzu and Mendez get 2 kills each.
Q9 in a lot of trouble. Bean, could he have the miracle play? The bomb is now planted. Bean with the pistol and the sniper rifle, eating a grenade and a bullet to the skull. That's going to be it, as Vincent Gaming is winning in the game of catch-up.
And there, the flash to the A bottom was incredibly good, but the jump from the aisle was a little bit too late to catch them when they were blinded. Yeah, VG just not having the right push. Q9 really having wrong signs given to their teammates. Really let that round go to Vincent Gaming.
Q9 instantly know where they're gonna be because they spot them over at office. And we see that 1998 now starts to rotate around to the B. Can Q9 lay the trap that they need to lay in order to get this victory here?
Some darting back and forth there in the back for Vincent Gaming. 3 players covering B solidly. A pretty wide split here to cover A. And we're having Vincent Gaming inch in again towards that A raid site where they will flash and then barrel up the stairs. But Q9 seesawing their attention back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, VG using a lot of resources to open up into the office and baiting another play, another rotation into that A. Now, with that many smokes and flash being thrown towards that A site, slowly moving towards the B bottom.
But they know it's a fake. Q9 and their nuts and does take down 1998. He was looking in the wrong direction, and it's all going wrong for Q9 as VG completely overwhelmed the B site.
Luca just with insane playback there, instantly killing off 2 of the players upon that invade, and Bean is getting all too used to this situation. The impossibility of the sniper taking down 4 players as well as a planted bomb. The Brazilians have caught up.
And there seems to be a bit of anger between each of the members of Q9. Some people kind of accusing each other, maybe, instead of trying to rally the cry. When you start blaming your teammates, that's when things start to go
Yeah, I think
awry.
that angle had to be covered by 98 because he was in that box baiting spot. Had no reason to actually look towards the back at that moment.
It's certainly hard to tell exactly what's happening in communication, but communication is key if you're going to be winning in a game that is as team-dependent as this one is. We have our players grouping up, all 5 of them for Vincent Gaming, eyeing A site, but it looks like Q9's already ready to reinforce A as well. Now, again, the execution of this is not easy. They're going to flash through, and here we go. JY first to go down, followed by Mendez. Long solo in this bloodbath of a fight. 98 holding the high ground here. Spray knocks it down, but Fefe coming up as well. He goes down. It's just Bean once more with the pistol, switching into the sniper. Can he actually hold this off?
Cannot really get that AWM shot in the way as C4 is on top of A. They can just plant it with that smoke. And this is going to be real hard for Bean. He needs immediate headshot with the pistol.
But unlike the other times Bean has been in this situation, this time it's actually doable. Time on the clock, position, not bad. And both players, it's possible. It's harder for Bean than it is for VG, but it can be done. I like the pop spray over there through the smoke. Bean going to relocate and push up here. He needs to kill. That's it. That is it. We have Vincent Gaming now getting further and further ahead. Q9, they need 4 wins. Vincent Gaming only needs 3, but it's still anybody's game.
Yeah, and Bean is flustered. He shouldn't really be in these positions where he is on his own as the sniper. And every time Vincent Gaming pushed down on that A spot, Q9 crumble to pieces. They just cannot hold this spot, but Vincent Gaming are deciding whether or not to test their luck and keep trying. to take A.
Yeah, a lot of positions from A top has been spoiled. I think Q9 is maybe placing one at A bottom if they want to defend it perfectly. It would be a greater choice, but Bean gets taken down immediately by Mendez from that B bottom.
Yeah, he doesn't really need to worry about being the last man standing anymore.
Hey, Lukem coming up here. We've got to push right through mid. And that's a great shot there. Maybe VINCIT Gaming making the wrong call here. They are dropping like flies here. And that's going to be it as Q9 bounces back. VINCIT Gaming going with an alternative strategy they have not tried yet on this map, and it has not served them well.
Yeah, Q9 staying with that two-man from the yard, making sure when they are penetrated from one side, making sure they have quick backup either to A or B. Long this time will be able to get that quad kill in a row.
And it is 7-7, all tied up. Just a few games left to decide who is our world champion. We see VINCIT Gaming. They've done it multiple times today. A site take just works.
You're loving the switch for Q9. They are having men down at A bottom, so less flash available.
Already solo going down, as well as two more players here on VINCIT Gaming, but it's now a 2v2. Ryuzo and Naughton, 1998 goes down. Once more, it's Bean. Bean versus Ryuzo over here in this fight. Bean on the high ground, Ryuzo on the low.
The C4 right next to the stairs, so it is better for Ryuzo to come from A long, make sure he clears the side stair first, and then maybe go back into the air duct trying to reclaim his C4.
At least Bean doesn't have that sniper rifle this time round. He is carrying an assault rifle. That might help him out as he starts to slow walk over to B. I don't think he quite know where the C4 had dropped.
I don't think he wants to really challenge. He feels the confidence maybe going all the way back into yard, into the AC to connect and come from the back into that A long. I think he's looking for that longer rotation. There's still just a minute left now.
Plenty of time to plant the bomb. Being at full HP, this keeps happening to him. And here we go. The gunfight goes down and Bean takes it. They are close to taking the entire tournament. In a nail-biter moment there. The gun was pointed the wrong way, and Q9 took full advantage of it.
Yeah,
what an insane series this has been so far.
It has been nuts. There's only so many times you could be the last player without winning. And he gets it this time, and Bean gets a connection here.
Gonna chuck a nade down there to make sure nobody follows him. VINCIT Gaming abandoning, pushing on to B, going now through mid. Possibly going to go to A, which, by the way, is naked. No players covering that base right now. If VINCIT Gaming's fast enough, they could get a free plant.
Depends on the timing. If they want to flash it all the way and then go, Q9 will have enough time to actually rotate back. Just having solo now.
Oh, man. Are they going to wait too long here? And actually, Q9 is in the process of sweeping. This could be a free plant over here for VINCIT Gaming unless Solo is able to gun down the entire team. Q9 now scrambling to try to reclaim this position. The bomb gets planted. Q9 has to defuse.
Yeah, but the wraparound is actually pretty good. Jayway gets a kill. 1998 is still super healthy as he starts to push up here. Another kill for Jayway. He's getting wins. 1998 gets another kill as well. And VG are falling apart. It's 5 versus 1, 4 versus 1. And the defuse will be nice and easy.
And Q9 gets that magic number 9. There's that retake that they needed. Leap in from that A passage. Make sure that sniper gets that control. Rest of the 4 members, the riflemen, sweep through the floor into that A site.
It's up to VINCIT Gaming to get that number 9 as well. If they lose a single game, Q9, our Chinese competitors, become the world champions.
Q9 on the match point, the championship point for that trophy. VG, can they really stop them immediately?
A flash comes down here, spraying over here as Long gets a great kill, but now it's starting to even out. It's a 2v2. MDS has to have a win here, or it is going to be a Chinese victory. JYMB, two of the best shooters on the team, controlling mid now.
Yeah, but Mendez is also a good gun to have in these situations. Can he pull through? He's looking at B. He knows where Q9 are by the look of it. But Jewe and Bean, how do you push into that?
He's totally feeling a pressure, thinking that they would be guarding from the GR spawn. That's going to be the pressure. That's what now, Jayway!
That's it! That is it! Q